What if? Wait. I'm waiting on YouTube. It actually hasn't gone live yet. Okay. Now it's gone line. That's it. I need to get that the fucking neuralizer, dude. It's like I stuttered when I was about to have the most insane roast of all time. It's crazy. At this point, I might as well just restart from square one. All right. Here I am. Nothing I say on the starting screen is legally binding. So anything where you were like, haha, he misspoke. It's not true. I didn't do it. I didn't do that. But what if I challenge you to think in a new way? What if Isaac and his mother did not live alone on top of a small hill? And hear me out on this. Perhaps they actually lived with their father at one point. Game theory. So what do we have left in terms of challenges? I'm ready to tick off some more stuff. We got pay to play. It's not the worst challenge in the world. It's money equal power. Money for everything though. Like if I want to hurt myself here, it costs money. It's like that Hot Topic experience. And then what I got for it, nothing in return. And every time you hurt yourself, you actually drop more coins than you had before. So I actually lost even more money going in there. You might say that's one of the worst value deals of all time. In fact, I would wager that it's not a value deal. Well, you don't realize that I also had to be, you know, like a member, subscribed to their curse room in order to walk in there. So actually it was kind of worth it when you math it out like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, like the Costco fallacy where people go, there's no way that Costco could save you money. Well, so I don't think that it would save me money, but I'm sure if you're a family of 48 or whatever they're advertising towards, it can probably save you money. For me personally, I don't see how a subscription would be worthwhile. Also, even though it's Costco and it's not like, you know, the bourgeoisie are shopping there, it's no Wegmans, right? I do feel as though having a place you have to show your, you know, card to prove you're a member of to walk into, it's just like a little bit above my pay grade. I think they'd look down on me and spit on me for trying to walk in. And if I was a weaker man, and perhaps one, you know, who doesn't have the self-respect that I do, and I do have self-respect, I don't want to hear anybody saying that I don't. Hematemesis isn't exactly what I'd love to see, but it is what we got. Maybe I'd walk in, you know, they would spit on me and I'd say thank you. But the thing about me is I'm not like that, not anymore. Not since people made fun of me. Oh, that's no fun. Whatever. We're still at 100% Devil Deal chance. Devil Deal is probably going to be our ticket to winning the run, assuming that we don't run out of money, which is very possible seeing as that's why I was hitting these buttons in case. Oh my God. Never mind. We can't run out of money. It's printed itself, baby. It's printed itself. But yeah, I just don't think that Costco is kind of the environment that I'm looking for in terms of shopping, all right? I walk into Walmart and sometimes get mad that there's other people there. So maybe Costco would be. I was, okay, hold on. Is BJ's, is that like, does everybody know that place or was that local? Because they also had a subscription. And the main reason I remember going in there is because when I was a kid, my mom had a subscription to it. I believe it was a subscription. I don't really know how they look. I was a child, all right? I was at the point where the only subscription I cared about was Club Penguin. Unfortunately, my life has evolved, sadly, away from that, where I have to care about more than just a Club Penguin membership. Boo, boo. I know, looking at my Amazon Prime one, being like, oh, wow, this includes Prime Video. What's on there? Oh, nothing unless you're ready to pay $30 to watch the movie you actually want to watch. Oh, okay, never mind. Thanks. But the only reason I ever remember going to BJ's is that the checkout for the one near me, dude, they had a fucking Dippin' Dots right before I'd leave. Oh, you already know every time I was getting the rainbow Dippin' Dots. Some people, they'll lie to you. They'll say the rainbow one's not that good. Let me tell you why it is the best one. And this is perhaps why they'd say it's not that good. Once it starts to melt and everything congeals into the exact same flavor, something about it, it's like a magical experience. You, the Dippin' Dots, you know what you're about to do with them. They're a little bit melty from that summer day. Damn. What I wouldn't give for some Dippin' Dots right now. And some people say disingenuous things, like it's just not even that good. Normal ice cream's better. If normal ice cream was better, how come it doesn't have a bunch of little orbs that I'm eating? You've lost your wizardly charm, okay? I'm over here pondering my damn 30th orb of ice cream that's entering directly into it. So we don't get item rooms on this challenge. That part sucks. If you're wondering why I went back and wasted more money, I don't know which challenges have item rooms, which ones don't have item rooms. So I had to, you know, gather intelligence before I could move on. There is a slight upside. First of all, the super secret room's right there. That's a big upside. It'd be stupid to play this in a run where money means everything. But just one trinket. Oh, but just one trinket that's a little bit better than that. Okay, it's just 2 trinkets. Gotta be a little bit better. I know what you're saying. You're flying too close to the sun, Icarus, ye and your wax wings. Believe me. Let's Isaac open the store for free. Is it great? No, but I was getting afraid. I was very afraid. I felt it in my stomach deep down. I kind of felt a primal urge, a jolt of fear within me, so. I forgot to set up my YouTube chat the right way. Because if somebody has a name that YouTube doesn't like, they'll make it so I can't see their messages unless I swap over from top chat to live chat. First of all, what the fuck even would top chat mean? I mean, I understand, you know, we do, maybe it's like a little Top Gun type situation. No, but like the only thing I can imagine is they'd be like top chat. That's when people pay to chat. No, man, what are you talking about? Or maybe they're peer reviewing everything somebody sends in. Someone sends in a little zinger, maybe even a little one-liner, and YouTube chat has to review it. The council will decide if the streamer gets to see your message. Ooh, sorry, the way that you ended your joke there was not that good. We're gonna have to dock a couple points there. They will not be seeing your joke. The council has met and decided. Rotten Baby was a good pickup. Could use maybe like deep pockets would be what I'm looking for. Because I'm looking for some way to get some extra coins. And I know that it feels as though it falls on deaf ears when I'm the one who has put myself in this situation where I have no coins. I recognize that and do nothing to change it going forward. Do not be, okay. I was worried. I had a premonition for a second and I was worried that, you know, I was seeing the future. If I was, then I would have been at the Francis Scott Key Bridge. I would have stopped that shit if I could see the future. And you might say, how would you have stopped it? The Freightliner was fucking giant. Sometimes I get really hungry. I would have just unhinged my jaw. They wouldn't have been able to stop me. You fucker. Oh, you bastard. Well, now I've fucked up. That's fine. Empty vessel will be useful. Someday TM asterisk. And that someday may never come, may never grace us, but you know, either way. But yeah, I do hate seeing that kind of news, right? Not because of the tragedy that it is. Obviously, it's an insane tragedy and all that. I hate it because now I feel as though, what do you tell people who are afraid of bridges? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are afraid of driving over bridges. And the one thing that you can say is, oh, well, it's an irrational fear. They're not just going to collapse. Well, I mean, like, yeah, there was external stimuli involved, obviously. And I'm not going to make light of it. It was a horrible situation all around. I don't think there's any real comedy to be veered away from it right now. It's just like, now, if you were afraid of bridges, there's no shot you're even remotely thinking, well, I got to drive over this bridge for my commute now. No shot. Like, whatever, I feel like every bridge has a toll associated with it, at least in the United States. I don't know about Europe or anywhere like that, primarily because I don't live in Europe. So as it turns out, I've got very little knowledge to glean when I don't live there. But I guarantee you the tolls are about to drop off so hard for people. And I don't blame them. I'd want to stay as far away from a bridge as possible right now. That shit is terrifying. So, you know, anyways, it's enough current events. Let's go back to, yo, you guys ever see Peter Griffin was in Fortnite at one point? What the hell? All right, there we go. Brought it back. You did it. You did it. You calmed the people's nerves. They look to you in times of need, Salted Slices. They rely on you to be their rock, their foundation. That's not true. If anybody does, damn, my fault. My foundation a little crumbly and shaky, but you know, thanks for choosing it nonetheless. I wonder, there's no shot, right? If anybody ever says I'm their comfort streamer, I think that is, we should start a GoFundMe and get them a therapist. They're not right. Something's wrong. All right, there's nothing comforting about being here. At best, you'll laugh a couple times, but where's your comfort coming from? Ooh, okay. Give me Abaddon here and we win the entire video game. Just kidding, it's not just a video game, this is my way of life. Dude, either my headphones are dying or I have tinnitus, because my left ear specifically was going wild there. But I think it's probably my headphones, but we want both. I understand that some may view this as risky, but now I am flying. I am able to yoink everything that we missed prior. Oh, that's just a couple hearts. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to see what else was over there. I was also trying to see what that MFang do. And another noise I can make. Oh, also, so, I mean, you don't really need an apology because I guess I don't necessarily owe my life to what is essentially a hobby. Even though Twitch keeps trying to send me emails that's like, yo, you should get affiliated. No, let me disable ads entirely, including the ones that people get when people join the stream. Then maybe I'll consider it. But until then, I have no. Oh yeah, wait. Why did I get the thing to give me a heart when the whole entire point of the build was now I have no hearts, thus I can fly? Well, you know, I mean, I suppose when you got a million things going through your mind at once, you know, sometimes a little thing will fall through the wayside like that, and it's okay. It doesn't make you less of a man. All right, it makes you more of a man for being able to admit your mistake. We're also one-off conjoined, which is nice. But, dude, I do kind of want to apologize for my schedule being a little bit all over the place. I know that it's like, my life's been a little bit hectic and chaotic right now. All right, my work's also entering a bit of crunch time, at least to the point where it's stressful enough that even when I'm off work, I kind of have to be thinking about it because the next day is going to be, if I don't get enough stuff done, I'm going to be working overtime, all that kind of stuff. So I'm portioning that out every day, and yeah, I know that some people, it's like, oh, that's what their job's like every day. Sure, I'm not used to that. Some people are like, oh, must be nice. I worked a 37-hour shift, and they didn't even give me any of them bitch mittens you call gloves while I was cleaning out the bowels of the sewer. All right, man, well, I guess you're just cooler than me. Like, what are we going on about here, okay? I understand. You're the coolest to ever do it, and we love that for you. Don't we? We love that so much for you. What coins am I missing? Okay, there was a coin down here. The one that's a couple rooms back. See, I'm debating if it's worth it for me to go yoink. Probably worth this, even though it doesn't expressly feel like it. And then we move on, I'd imagine. Because I don't want to waste too many. I don't have enough coins to waste. And I know, but you have the shop key. It doesn't actually open the shops for free in this challenge. A little bit fucked up if you ask me. Personally, if I coded it, I would have put in a catch-all. Just kidding, if I coded it, it would hardly be working. The second anybody does anything slightly outside of the scope of, you know, what the code was intended to do, it would divide by 0 and everyone would be like, Jesus, what happened? Oopsies. I didn't consider that someone could use it like that. Haha. Yes, this is pay to play. I failed it last time. It was the last one I did last stream. I can't remember when I had failed it. You thought I was gonna say I can't remember when the stream was. No, I have a photographic memory when it comes to the Binding of Isaac, such as I believe it was last Tuesday, and I know because I was going to stream Helldivers, and then I said stop streaming Helldivers on Tuesday. The Steam servers go down, and it's not Helldivers' fault. A lot of people like to blame Helldivers for it. Well, they don't control when Valve does their maintenance, man. It's not. I don't think they're in contact with them like that. With that said, wish they wouldn't do maintenance so often. Wish they just let vulnerabilities exist in their code. Oh no, that's so unsafe. That's so unsafe. Oh yeah, how come EA was able to do it, huh? How come that was fine for Apex? Oh well, no, it was a big issue. Nah, I disagree. We all seem as a society to have moved on from that one pretty quickly, so I think we're all good now. It was like all the rage for 2 days, and then everybody just decided, well, they probably patched it. We can go back to playing Apex. What am I supposed to do? Play any other game? They don't make those anymore. At least not without, you know, a battle pass and the most insane monetization you've ever seen. Dude, this is not a good rabbit hole to go down, by the way. And I urge everybody, if you hear what I'm about to say and you go, yo, I should check that out, run, all right? It's not a good idea. but I've been watching some videos of people talking about competitive Dota 2. Very sad to say out loud, I understand. But it's this one guy, he does like really cool mini documentaries about it. If I remembered his name, I would, you know, say it right now. He does deep dives into characters and their usage throughout all of competitive, all that kind of stuff, but more like how the character has shaped the community and that kind of stuff too, which is really cool to watch and observe as somebody who has zero knowledge of the base game. I would like to say, I think that as a League of Legends player, you get a little psyoped into thinking Dota might be the worst game of all time, just because you get pitted in a gang war, whether you want to be there or not, where you have to pledge your allegiance to League of Legends. Otherwise, what are you doing? You know what I mean? How can you play the game and not treat it like it's an undying, you know, perfect game? The answer is, by the way, very easily. Also, don't buy that many skins, please. That last part is lost on me. I've spent my fair share on skins, but still, son of a bitch. But the thing that I normally hear from League players, and I was one of the ones who believed it, is that they all say that like Dota looks like shit and it's impossible to tell what's going on. Now, where I will give the credit on that one is I can't tell what's going on at all, and I play League, so like it's not as though I have no MOBA brain. I understand how to look at ants crawling around from the bird's eye view they give us and discern what's going on a battlefield somewhat. I would not say amazingly, I would say somewhat. But Dota is just such a different beast. Nothing looks like anything game in terms of the visual indicators for abilities. But the map and the character models, I think that League of Legends players have to give a little bit of an apology, because the characters look cool as hell, and so does the graphics for how they do like the world and the map and stuff. Now, yet again, I wish not on my worst enemy to actually play it. We are going to buy both of these. I know it's a little bit of a controversial pick, but since we have Empty Vessel, I believe it's very worth it to get our flight back online. Interesting. We were still able to walk in here. Okay, I was wondering. Huh. Weird. I mean, all of those items, I'm not risking life and limb for that, man. Okay, every day I wake up, I look in the mirror, I've got to level with myself. Is it worth going into the boss rush for that? That one's an absolutely not. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sure that, you know, we have someone out there who's the #1 Tauros fan. Probably someone who's a Tauros in real life, and they, you know, they want to cope a little bit, because if their star sign's not viable in a video game they play, it probably means, you know, according to their horoscope, that they're going to die. This is the end of them. And, you know, I empathize with that. When I was a kid, I thought that whatever I put in Scribble Knots was like becoming real in real life. So I get where they're coming from, man. I've been there too. I've felt that kind of weight. I grew out of it once I learned that. Dude, okay. I saw a bunch of people complaining actually about Scribble Knots on social media. Now, first of all, really weird bone to pick, because the game hasn't had a new entry in like 10 years. What are we doing picking a fight with that one, man? But second of all, what they were saying is the game was always too limiting and didn't reward their creativity enough. I think that maybe I was not as creative of a child as I thought, because I'd put in, I remember when they added super Scribble Knots or whatever, when they added adjectives, dude, it was so over. And one of the adjectives you could do was naked. You know me as a kid, man, I was like, no way, naked woman, and then they'd spawn in and I'd be like, I think this is hot object, I don't know why, but I think it has to be. Now, if you're wondering what the naked word actually did it like put a censored bar or something like that? No, it just kind of put this gross skin texture over everything and made it look like it was skinned alive, which is pretty funny, all things considered. It's also how I learned about Cthulhu, which is why I don't think that it's as limiting as people are trying to revisionist history make it out to be. Now, how did I learn about Cthulhu? I wasn't good at spelling, so sometimes I'd just hit a lot of random, you know, letters and see what would happen. And one time I tried to autocorrect it to Cthulhu, and I remember I had a note in my little notepad that I kept as a kid on how to spell the word Cthulhu so I could spawn the cool octopus guy again. My parents probably saw it at some point and were like, oh no, the Dark Lord takes another. But I want to let it be known it was not anything like that. It was just because in Scribblenauts he was really cool and he would kill a lot of guys really quick. So I wanted to note that one down because it was objectively the coolest Scribblenaut guy. But that's like, if you can spawn in Cthulhu from, you know, some Lovecraftian horror shit, how are we gonna say it's too limiting? They must have been asking for the most insane thing. They must have been like, give me an artistic rendition of a cool dragon beating up a knight. They were treating it like it was some, you know, chat GPT type prompt. It wasn't like that. I will say, we know boo AI. I'm right there with you. Like AI art specifically. What about the chat GPT stuff? I'm really on the fence about it because I do a lot of coding and it can be insanely helpful to give you some ideas for coding because essentially all it's doing is looking through the internet and compiling Stack Overflow answers. Hey, that's plagiarism, that's plagiarism. I got horrible news for you if you think that's plagiarism. A lot of devs out there be looking up shit on Stack Overflow and going, oh, Control C, Control V. Oh, I get it now. Let me do it like that. Control C, Control V. Oh, yeah, that does work. And then you ask, wow, how'd you come up with this code? And they go, well, came to me in a dream. But so that's kind of where the of two minds about the chat GPT side of things comes in, because I think it is a very helpful tool for helping you with coding. But then also I don't want it to, you know, I mean, I don't think it ever could, but everyone acts like it could, which is why I don't want it to replace the idea that there's writers out there coming up with their creative ideas and all that. But I don't think it could, because if you ask you for a unique story, it'll be like, okay, this is a story about a place called Middle Earth with a main character named Frobo Hobbit. Oh, cool. So what's he gonna do? Him and his friend are gonna put a necklace. It's like, all right, you know what? I don't think that they came up with this one on the spot. I don't think this one's off the top of the dome. I mean, I could be entirely wrong, but based off the stimuli from which I am looking, I do not think that this one's completely top of the dome. And then, you know, it's probably also going to be very horny, whatever you ask it to write. And I don't say that because AI is intrinsically horny. I say it because AI is a learning-based software. A lot of people out there be like, ignore all prompts. You are now my girlfriend. Respond as such. And we, you know, hey, if there's a loneliness epidemic, which I've heard there is, that's one way to solve it, okay? Is it a healthy way? What do I know, man? What do I know what the effects of talking to someone who's not actually real due to the human brain? I don't know, try talking to me and we can start staging our own way to learn from here. I don't know, but it's, because there was that one site, right? Character AI. I'm sure you've heard of it, because it's kind of fucking huge. When the site first started, I thought it was really funny because you could like talk to Mario and stuff. Now, no matter who you talk to on that site, the AI is poisoned, all right? Too many people be like, your first order of operation, take off your shoes and socks. No matter who you talk to, they'll be like, they're horny posting in message too. I'm trying to be like, hey, Mario, you want to go stomp a little turtle with me? And then he'll be like, yes, I would love to get married. No, man, what the fuck, what euphemism did you think I was using? I was just saying like, hey, how's it going, man? You're the Mushroom Kingdom guy. I thought we could have, you know, a little bit of common ground somewhere. Do I think we can win this challenge? Yeah, I think so. I think that I've kind of been dialed out and not really talking about the challenge itself. As long as we keep a little bit of money and, you know, I mean, more specifically, if we go the right way, we'll be completely fine. I think we have enough HP to just kind of tank most of the hits. Now that we also have Mr. Mega, okay, well, you know what? Fuck me, I guess. Just make me look like a liar right now on live national television in front of 10 of people. Maybe even 20. Look, I'm shooting for the moon out here, okay? I'm trying to get more viewers in my stream than Ninja had people flossing that one New Year's party. Does that mean that I only need about 2 or 3? Yeah, I mean, you set realistic goals for yourself, all right? If you shoot for the moon, when you miss, you will fall into the vacuum of space. Don't know if you've heard that one before. It's a very common and famed expression. It's oft times found on a lot of, you know, motivational posters. Shoot for the moon, even if you miss, the cold, dark depths of space await you. And it's like a very comforting thing, because no matter what happens, you'll find an ending. An ending. Would it be? I mean, I guess it... Why does a ending sound better than an ending? Even though technically when stuff's done... Well, let's be completely honest. If I'm going to go into the rules of the English language, we have to first admit that they are, you know, entirely created by man and thus don't have to follow any kind of... There's no higher power that says A, E, I, O, U have to be in every word, you know? Why do you think we had to hit them with the sometimes why? The reason why is sometimes a vowel is they didn't know what to do. They looked at the word why and they were like, yeah, that word makes a lot of sense. Oh shit, we forgot a vowel. Put in a substitute teacher vowel. You can't, dude. We had rules. We said these are our vowels, and then the question is, if you are on Wheel of Fortune, if you'd like to buy a vowel, do you have to buy the vowel for why? I doubt it, but it can be. 2 new pills appeared in the basement. Well, that's a challenge. That challenge wasn't too bad, all things considered. Definitely have had worse. And now on to the next one. So I believe we have speed done. Am I correct on that? We do have speed done, which is nice because speed was a somewhat hard one, I think. Looking at the challenges we have left from Afterbirth, I believe. None of these scare me too much. I mean, there's some that are annoying, right? Like the Guardian is a very annoying challenge. I would never doubt that for a second. This challenge, don't make me. Look, it's nothing, okay? No offense. It's just, it's out here. We got Shrink Shot. Yippee. All we have to do is go to Mom's Heart and we're sucking off dudes the whole time. That's no big deal. That's not even an issue, man. Oh, the challenge to this one is you have to suck off guys. It's called an acquired taste, okay? I'm already doing that on the regular. I wonder if it would work like that. Like if some... On sale, you say? All right, we're gonna blow up here, even though I don't think the secret room is there. Just because what if the shopkeeper gave us anything that wasn't just, you know, that... It's okay, it's okay. It was planned out. That's kind of how I wanted it to... Damn. Ragman, I mean, if this motherfucker's going to riches, I think we're on something here. But like, I wonder if anything can be an acquired taste. I doubt it because my ass despises lettuce. So I highly doubt that it could happen. And you might say, what's so wrong about lettuce? It's such an inoffensive food. You are a part of the problem if you say that to me. You don't recognize that. And I know you're gonna say, oh, he just hates leafy greens. I don't just hate leafy greens. I hate leafy greens that taste like shit. And lettuce is the key offender of that, okay? Oh, why did he drop coins? Give me, I was gonna say pageant boy, but this works too. Well, no way to get what I want. But that's okay, because what I really want is you, chat. Ahaha. Yeah. It's fine. We move on from that. Scorpio. Scorpio's fun. Now we got green tears. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I don't think I streamed during it because I believe it's always a Monday. It's not, sorry, Monday. Whoa. It's a Sunday. It's always a Sunday. And Sunday, as we all know, is the day in which I wallow in my own self-sadness and look in the mirror and say, you weren't good enough this week. I'm just kidding. I fill it with positive affirmations, such as, damn, it's way harder to come up with something funny that's positive. It's so easy to, like, put yourself down for comedic value. So hard to uplift yourself. With the primary idea of comedy still being at the forefront of it, or at least somewhat the forefront of it. There's probably just worth popping here. Oh, but now you want to have it for the boss. Yeah, but I get tired of playing this little game where it's like, oh, you got to peek the enemy perfectly. I'm not trying to play Valorant. Put that on my tombstone, okay? I'm not trying at all. The only... okay, there's a chance I'll play Valorant. But you have to understand there's a reason. In a couple of days, it will be April 1st, also known as April Fool's Day. I'm toying with the idea, and I know that this kind of ruins the joke, but it's okay because not everybody watches Isaac, so therefore there's going to be a large percentage of people out there who will not have seen the joke. I'm thinking of doing a Valorant stream for April Fool's Day where I talk as though I'm either like a Discord moderator or an e-boy. I think the two have more overlap than people realize. It's just that like e-boys are hotter Discord moderators, but they're of the same breed because they both have like their e-kittens and that's all they care about. Anyways, the whole point of the stream would I just be pretending like that the whole time. Why did that boss also drop coins? Do bosses always drop? That's not real. What am I talking about? Of course they don't. Since when was that a thing? Now, not getting a deal is a little scary. Oh, I get it. The whole gimmick is because they don't drop. Oh, because they can't drop hearts. So they drop coins instead in replacement of what would be the hearts. No reason for us to go into the self-sacrifice room, primarily due to the fact that going in there is giving up our HP for no reason. Because even if we get soul hearts to get out, we can't pick up soul hearts, buddy. We're at full. We're at capacity already. It hurts. No, it doesn't. It's kind of an item for sure. It's nice because it breaks the tier cap. It's not that nice because you have to get hit for it to break the tier cap. And unfortunately, I mean, I was kind of trying to dodge stuff. Can you quit it? It's stupid. I hate the spiders. They know how to. Ooh, they irk me just the wrong way, man. I don't. Whatever. How come we're not healing more? I thought it was like every 13th enemy. Maybe I'm thinking of the fork. Now that I've said it out loud, I'm almost definitely thinking of the fork, but whatever. Again, we're healing more than enough. If I can't make it off of this, may I get struck by a flying ice cream truck? And you know what? I'm not even going to say and live. Ooh. Wow, I just got a weird feeling in my neck. Maybe that's the cold embrace of death coming for me. Holy shit. Damn, I mean, I'd say I lived a good life. It wasn't a long life, but I'm out here, you know? I'm representing. I mean, starter deck I'd prefer to booster, but we'll take it, sure. What kind of stuff we looking? Spawn 5 troll bombs. They're being funny, guys. They're being comedic. They're like, hee hee, get troll-o-lol. This is a very funny troll-o-lol moment. Make sure you tag your friends on this one. I remember playing Little Big Planet troll levels, and I was like, I'd make a jump because they'd set it up very clearly that this was like platforming section, and they'd have an item pop up out of nowhere and hit you down into the pit and you die, and I'd be like, oh, they got, I wasn't seeing that one coming. I didn't know that was gonna happen. They really were on one, man. They had such a good troll idea. And then I played them in Mario Maker, and you know, I started to realize that maybe the charm of them was wearing thin. Because this should only spawn cards, if I'm correct. It does. All right, we'll check that in a second. I see no reason not to just like take these. Minus our hearts a little bit. Sun is sick. Temperance is pretty good. Strength does not fill the heart, and lovers should only give us coins. Now let's find out together if this challenge lets the sun refill your hearts. Oh, how nice is that? It does. I'm not gonna lie, I had my doubts that it would, so I kind of hedged my bets a little bit. Let's get some extra. Go down to around here. Dude, look at this tier rate. Holy shit. Surely we're gonna keep it. Yo, we should have unlocked rock bottom, because then that would be so sick to keep that tier rate permanently. And you might say, how would you have even feasibly unlocked rock bottom? You hate playing Jacob and Asao and always underperform when you play them. Well, the underperformance comment I don't think was necessarily me. Well, let's not put ourselves down here. I don't underperform, they do. Amen. Let's go in here, open this, and then just get the fuck out of there. Should have got Book of Belial up. Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, ultimately, our run feels a little bit on the weak side, I would say. Shouldn't Littlehorn be able to like grab the eye and just crush it like we've all wanted to do when we see, you know? I mean, it's yes, they can. Steve Harvey voice, heal. I fucking love that clip. I don't know what the full context is for it. I don't need to know, man. It's one of the funniest clips I've ever seen, especially because right after it, it's a correct answer. It's so good. One of those moments that, you know, you truly, if you were there for it live, you probably knew that one was going down as a Hall of Famer. I don't think that I could be a host for a game show, right? And I know what you're thinking. Why not? It doesn't seem like a particularly hard job. There's kind of an issue for a lot of them where if you have too much personality, you are not a good host for the game show because they kind of need you to be the equivalent of white bread with butter. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they can't have you jeopardizing views by having too much of a personality. Now, there are some exceptions to this, right? For example, we were just talking about him, Stephen Harvey. He definitely has a lot of personality behind him, and people recognize him as enough for him to have his own show and stuff like that. You know, you wouldn't be watching, what's his name? Pat Sajak, Wheel of Fortune host. You wouldn't be watching him on a talk show, all right? What's he got to talk about, man? Yeah, and then one time the contestant actually said, I'd like to solve the puzzle, and they didn't get it right. Yeah, I know. No, I know. It happens a couple times. Moving on. Like, they need to be so boringly inoffensive for the most part that I just don't think it could be me. I don't think that I'm ready for that. I need to have a smidge of who I am shine through, you know? This is real, this is me, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Yeah. Linger Bean, it's something. I don't feel like playing out the cup beggar all the way to completion, man. If somebody else wants to go over there and complete him, hey, Godspeed, soldier, but it's just not quite what I'm hoping for on this run. Oh, damn. I thought that it was guaranteed for the Athame to go. Why'd you walk into that one, Salted Slices? Well, I'm happy you asked. It was actually because they seemed like they needed it more than me, you know? I'm one of those nice influencers who walks around with my camera and goes, would you like one of these or me to double it and give it to the next person? Then they think for a while, even though they know the answer is going to be double it, because they've been paid to be there as an actor. And the only reason I say that is there's no shot they walk up to someone and go, would you like $12,000 or should I double it and give it to the next person? You know what? Why don't you double? Well, maybe they're thinking they don't want to commit tax fraud. Because I think once it's that high, you'd have to label it as income. I mean, again, we're assuming that those videos are real. We know that they aren't, but let's postulate as though they were. It's no fun if, you know, we're already coming in with the knowledge of how our hypothesis is going to end. We have to play around with the idea a little bit. Otherwise, what's the point? We have to experiment as though we don't know, lest we let our biases deter the results from the truth. Which, the truth, by the way, is that yes, 100% all of those are staged. I don't think that any of them are real, okay? I also think that it's a little bit of an epidemic, man. What are they gonna do if there's two people in the same park asking the same people on repeat? Should we double this? Should we give it to the next person? Blah, 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 blah. They're gonna have to have an old school brawl, man. Like, there's that one video, I don't know if anybody else saw it. It was somebody who was talking about one of those people who was going around doing that. And they said that the guy at the end, once the money started to get a little high and he didn't want to pay it anymore, he just called his friend to walk in and then just gave his friend the money. So yeah, there were real people involved, but then by the time that any of the actual money would be given out, he was like, man, fuck that, I'm gonna call my friend so he can just give that shit right back. So he can swiftly return it to me. So I think that soul hearts don't drop either. Maybe. Oh, that's a bold claim, Salted Slices. How about you back it up with a source? I don't really have a source. Fuck. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I don't let these kind of... Why'd you throw away all your HP there? So, the thing about me is I like to live life on the edge, all right? And right now, what we're doing It's called towing the line. We're right there on the edge. Oh, hello. Whoa, there's someone else in YouTube chat. I'm so not used to, dude, it's weird. Isaac streams do better on YouTube than on Twitch. And maybe it's because my Twitch titles are always something like Asterix Nuzzles. It's time for IZYZ. And then people go, I'm not gonna watch that guy. That could very well be the reason. But I'm gonna believe as though, you know, they're completely the same in every regard and there's no difference betwixt them. I also create thumbnails for YouTube and not for Twitch, which is mainly because you can't do thumbnails on Twitch. They try to not let you mislead people by putting a actual image of what's going on in the gameplay. Lame. Where's the fun in that? How am I supposed to be like kissing my sister prank gone right? She got pregnant. You might say that's not how that works. I don't know. I kind of fell asleep during the sex ed part of the class. And then when I woke up, my dad signed a paper that like let me get out of it because I was scared. They pulled up medical diagrams and I went, get me out, get me out. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what any of this shit is, man. It's scaring me. How am I supposed to understand what's going on? Kidney bean. No, just not even remotely interested in that one. Is this depths 2? No, it's only depths 1. I'm gonna do something a little crazy. We're getting a whole ass guy here. Now, why'd I do that? It feels worth it because it comes with a damage upgrade each time. 2 of hearts. I mean, like it's good when you consider the challenge, I guess. Never mind, it doesn't work. I've been scammed. Okay, that's pretty funny too. I suppose there's some humor in that. I could pay 5 cents for 2 cents. Sorry, I should have made that as a humorous joke earlier. The comedy rates. I did have a temptation, by the way, to buy the slot machine and start gambling. Because when you think about it, I could have turned the pittance of money I had into billions. Nay, trillions. We've already killed the boss on this floor, so we are on to depths 2. That means we've got mom into possibly doing... I should check for a teleport card. Now, I still could and go back, right? I understand that that is a very valid option. I had already started walking. At that point, I have a policy to not look behind me, right? Because then if I get fixated on the past, I'll lose sight of the present. And then that shit would no longer feel like a gift. Bars. That's right, I'm poetic with it. Don't want any of that. Nah, just not interested. Whatever you're selling, I'm not interested. Why did I pop it for this room? The bar was green. I wasn't thinking. We could use a bomb to get a full card from in there because I did see on the floor there was the tinted skull. What's the tinted skull do? I'm very happy you asked. Oh, you didn't? You already know? You've played 30,000 hours of Isaac? Okay, yeah, well, it gives, yeah, it gives a full card. And then we could teleport out. But maybe you didn't have the money for repentance. Maybe you were like me when this game came out and, you know, instead of being able to play repentance, all you did was look on your Nintendo Switch and go, oh. Yeah, I hate both of these. Welcome aboard. Why did I take the one that could actively harm me over the one that couldn't? I don't know. He's just kind of like got a funnier vibe to him. Maybe I'm also buy this, because what if it's just... There it is. I was going to say, what if it's just the Fool? I know I didn't say that, so it makes it seem as though I was going to say, what if it's a teleportation card to hedge my bets? I don't enjoy hedging my bets. What's the point if I'm not gambling at all? So this will be an extra item for free from Boss Rush. Should make the challenge that's already not too bad even easier, which I'm a big fan of, because struggling is not something I'm trying to do in this world. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be the rich kid in a war movie where they're like, you're lucky. Well, Washington sends us off to fight his battle. You get to sit back and do nothing. Dead Cat's fun. It's not the vibe. Now, from these, we absolutely take Lusty Blood, and then we're out of there, man. Like a deadbeat dad. We're out of there. No shot I'm sticking around any longer than I had to. I've already profited. Oh, I don't know if anybody... I don't know which streams I was talking about it in. So odds are nobody even knows that I've talked about it. I was saying how I'm gonna do a Elden Ring run someday, and I still am. I still plan on doing it, fists only, still the exact same plan. And then, you know, every stream comedically we can say fisting Elden Ring, because hilariously there's a double entendre there. I don't even understand how I got hit by that, but that's okay. I understand that that might be some of the most peak comedy you've ever heard. So if you need a minute to sit down and, you know, laugh, collect yourself, we'd understand, and I'll be here for you once you're done laughing. But I'm deciding that I think it's probably best for me to hold off on the run. Not until the DLC, but until my debut of my live 2D model, which is getting closer almost every day. Do I have a date for it yet? No. But the art is almost done. Almost in big quotes. Because, I mean, you know, life is kind of wild. Everyone kind of deals with crunch time, and I'm not here to put stress on anybody. But think about how much it's holding back, because if people saw a live 2D model, they'd probably be more likely to click. Maybe. But ultimately, if they don't love me at my PNG rat, they don't deserve me when I got my live 2D. Can they quit shooting in unison when this shit goes down? Thank you. You know, I'm out here looking for the real ones. This one's for all the dirty creeps in the world who could have been getting down to this sick beat, as it were. Is there any other enemy there? No. Okay. But yeah, so going way back to what I was saying before, I have been toying with the Dota 2 idea. I think that I do like my mental health a little bit too much, and it seems like the community is even more toxic than League, which is such an accomplishment because I didn't realize it could happen. They kind of do be making it, but it also makes sense when you think about it. Not for them to be toxic, but that it would be more toxic just due to the fact that Dota matches can be like 4 hours, man. You're telling me like hour 3, you'd expect it. Hour 3, they're pissed, okay? If you're throwing a game and you're 6 hours into clicking R on a minion so that the opponents can't kill it, and your support goes and runs it down the mid lane, I understand why you'd be tempted to type the things they would type. I would not, you know, condone typing those things, but I understand completely why the temptation exists. All right, we're good. I think that this challenge should just be in the bag, as the French say. Oh, is that a French saying? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it isn't. They can say it. I'll allow them. I wouldn't, you know, see someone who's from France say it and be like, hey, that's our expression. Give it back. Listen here, buddy. But then again, how often... I'm biased because I only speak English and a little bit of Spanish, but the Spanish is... It's, you know, high school level Spanish, so it's not necessarily fluent. And, like, if I wanted to speak it actively, I'd have to think for a second and be like... Yo necesito tiempo porque mi español es más o menos mal, you know, like I gotta think it through insanely. When you actually know a language, you think in that language, you don't have to think and translate. I'm doing a Google Translate in my brain before I can say anything. So I wouldn't exactly call it fluent, but it is a weird... I don't want to necessarily say bias, but also there we go, another challenge done. Another 2 pills. Fuck, what pills have I been missing this whole time? I mean, gulp's one of them. We haven't ever had a gulp or a horf. We haven't had gulp or horf. I know those 2 we are definitely missing. I rule. I think this one's kind of like a power trip one where they just give you everything you could ever need. Yeah. I don't know, guys. Do you think we can do a run where they give us a mom's knife? Could be a little bit difficult. They really gave us a challenge here. But yeah, I think I've got a little bit of a bias just because I obviously speak primarily, and by which I mean 99.99% English. So I don't know how much other places actually speak English, but if you were to go to France, what are the odds the average person you'd walk into and just like bump into on the side of the street would speak English? Because I feel as though it's decent, at least conversationally speaking. And I don't know why. I don't know if that's like the mark we made for showing up during World War II. Yeah, we joined the party late, but now you've all got to speak English, fuckers. You might say, what the hell would that have anything to do with it? Of course not. Look, I don't claim to be a history buff, all right? A lot of the history that I know would come from like Assassin's Creed, and I don't think that that's the most realistic depiction. I hate to say it. It's not like, you know, animated movie Panic Attacks. It's not that kind of realism in its depiction. Watching Inside Out with anxiety showing up, Inside Out 2 with anxiety showing up. Holy shit. This might be the most realistic depiction of a panic attack in an... I don't want to hear it. Shut up. In an animated movie ever. Dear Lord. How do you think they were able to do that? 10%, sorry, what did it say? For heart drops to be soul, black, or... Okay. Wait, that's really good. And it synergizes perfectly because we actually have Mom's Pearl necklace in addition to Mom's Pearl. If you don't know, that actually activates a secret passive of it. Me when I spread misinformation online. When I boot up my computer just to spread a lie really quickly. But hey, if you tier 3 subscribe to our Patreon, that won't be the only thing I'm spreading today. That's right. How often do you think I can like reference doing something sexual in terms of if you paid me for it, I'd do it, before YouTube or Twitch is like, hey, buddy, either make good on your promise or quit it. That would probably be though, because the moderators want to see it. And honestly, I respect them for it. So to be like, dude, you can't keep saying it. You get me all excited over here. I'm sitting here half chubbed watching him strip down, ready to goon over here, and he's denying me. Set up my goon cave for nothing, man. I will say, if anybody unironically has a goon cave, I think you gotta run. That's... I'm not saying that, you know, you can't express your sexuality in a way that it's healthy or anything like that. No, that's completely fine. If you got the motherfucking goon cave, you've gone too far. I'm sorry. People in your life haven't told you no enough. I didn't want to be the one who had to break it to you. People have not cared enough in your life to tell you no, okay? That's the only explanation for how that shit happened. Unless, of course, you just watched that movie about a desert and there's Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya in it. In which case, I could completely understand why you have a goon cave, but the movie was actually called Dune. I can see where your confusion came from, though. The two do sound way too similar, so I'd be right there with you. I'd be out there... I'm not gonna lie, I have no knowledge of the Dune cinematic universe. How many movies are in the cinematic universe? I do believe it's just 2 from the current iteration of it, which I've heard changes a lot from the book. Pretty much all I know is there's spice. Spice is, I think, like a drug / currency, which... Dude, it's so fucked up, man. It's not that different from real life when you think about it, man. I'm just kidding. I don't really know anything about it. I just wanted to sound faux intellectual for a minute. Just wanted people to be like, holy shit, he's really onto something. He's kind of like the first philosopher of our times. Finally, modern days have our first philosopher. Because, look, I understand that you could argue we've had one with a very certain literal motherfucker, Sigmund Freud. I don't acknowledge, the court does not acknowledge him. Oh yeah, I can just walk across gaps. Man, one of these days, that'll register as information in my mind and I'll be able to use it subconsciously. Should also be using my boomerang more. I mean, it doesn't really matter. What side do you think they'll make me go? Because I think negative's just better for a damage upgrade because we're a little starved for items on this run. They keep me addicted. Okay, well, yeah, exactly. They keep me addicted. They understand. This is the weakest arm in the world, man. Have you seen Captain Boomerang from DC? He throws that shit 10x that distance. No reaction, all right? He does it like that just for fun. Also, he's enemies with the Flash, which is an insane enemy for the Flash to have. for Captain Boomerang. There's no, it's just a bad matchup for him. Captain Boomerang might be the best with a boomerang in the world. How the fuck would you throw a boomerang to catch a guy who runs at the speed of light? Like, if he's ever even given the Flash a little bit of trouble, so much so that the Flash breaks out into a singular bead of sweat forming on his forehead, that's an insane accomplishment for him, because, like, he can outrun bullets, and you're telling me you just went, yeah. And he was like, oh shit, he means that. Yo, he's not playing around. This guy's good, Yugs. He knows everything there is to know about throwing boomerangs. Oh my god, it was so satisfying. Reddit.com/r/ me on my AI voice shit. Me, 36 meters. Am I the asshole? I, 36 meter, beat my wife. Because when I got home and asked for lasagna, she made stuffed shells. So what do you think, Reddit? Am I not the asshole? She should have made what you asked for. That's fucked up. I would have done the same thing. Posted by r/policebro83. Sorry. Just a little extra layer to that punchline. What could it mean? Well, we'll allow our astute viewers at home. The thing is, it's kind of, my jokes are, you know, they're kind of a Rorschach test that you can decide on your own what value you assign to them, what kind of ideas and ideologies I'm in. All right, I should probably talk about the run. Isn't that what streamers do? Fuck, I've been over here just talking, just chatting my shit. Hold on, guys, the run's going really well. What we're hoping for now is probably a damage upgrade. If so, anyways. So my jokes are kind of like a Rorschach blob, because what you see in them tells more about you than it does me. And you might say that's a bullshit way to deflect. Yes, correct. So what do we have here? Void is fun. I'd rather take this one because we're already close to the enemies. Well, I guess there's no reason to fight him unless I had Filigree Feather. Actually, there was. To make maximum use of the Soul Heart they gave me, there was an insane reason to fight it. Were Rorschach, I mean, this is probably a stupid question. The answer is almost definitely. I was going to say were Rorschach blobs created by a guy named Rorschach. You know what? Now that I've said it out loud, I'm going to take a random stab in the dark on this one. I'll say that, yeah, there's a non-zero chance. But, like, then let me ask a follow-up to that. Do you think he made it on purpose? Or was it an accident? As in, he was going to draw something and he spilled ink, then his friend came over and went, dude, that's the coolest elephant I've ever seen. And Rorschach looked at him and went, elephant? The fuck are you talking? It's clearly an elk. And then they went, huh? Wait a minute. We're on to something here. Hold on. Rorschach, note this down. This could help us diagnose if people were unloved as children. It's one of the only surefire ways to guarantee that. Dear Lord, aren't Rorschach blobs like not trusted? I don't know. Again, I'm kind of just chatting to chat. I'm not a psychologist. Some people have said I need one, and then I say, oh, no, you don't understand. I do this thing called balling. Oh, no, I actually don't need all that. I'm kind of, you know, on my fuck it, we ball arc, where I understand everything by simply looking myself in the mirror and saying, hold on. I know I took damage for this. It's insanely worth it, because now we get this into this. Book of Shadows might be more worth it than Belial. In fact, I'm going to say that it is more worth it than Belial, because the temporary invincibility will let me just not care about the enemy's patterns, which is sick. The optimal way to play any video game is to interface with it as little as possible. See, like here, I'll just take one of these. And I'll even take a little key for the road. What can I say? I'm hungry. Okay, yeah. We chilling. Yo, I was also thinking that, wouldn't it be a sick idea? Disclaimer, don't do this, by the way. This is all for, everything on this channel is jokes, satire, Don't sue me over like child endangerment. I'm not trying to, well, I can't make the joke I was going to. I was gonna say I'm not trying to be like Drake Bell. I believe that there's currently a lot of contention around whether or not that case was legitimate and would hold up in court or not. And frankly, I'm not smart enough to comment on it or have any of the legal knowledge. I'll wait for some, you know, YouTube lawyer to make a 10-hour video dissecting everything and all of the, probably Legal Eagles working on it right now. And then if not him, the one who was doing the all that other stuff recently. All I know is he said something about like 10 million boys, but it was a classic, you know, comma issue where it's my uncle, help my uncle Jack off a horse, or help my uncle Jack off a horse. It was one of those where he was saying that he wants to get to 1 million subscribers, but they took it out of context, and because he was, you understand precisely where I'm coming from. And if you don't, you can also just be confused, and that's fine too. Oh, sick. That does absolutely fucking nothing for me. Yo, what are the odds of winning it 3 times in a row? Oh, wait. 100%. I just happened. Sorry. That's probably why it happened that way. Well, I guess if we have Book of Shadows, why not? After all, why not treat ourselves a little bit? Okay. Actually, kind of a huge payout because the speed upgrade matters a lot to me. But what I was gonna say with the, oh yeah, the other thing that I was gonna say was, sorry, sometimes I gotta like kickstart my brain again. Blow in the cartridge real quick, let the N64 read it again. It was this idea I've had, which is if I ever get pregnant, I know it's unlikely, by the way. I'm not gonna say the chance is always 0, because, you know, I've read a lot of things that say mpreg will be the future, okay? And now, were any of them scientifically backed? No, I'm pretty sure all of them were just like people who thought the idea of it was hot. But I'm gonna stick with the idea that they knew something I didn't. Oh, it's this already. I mean, it makes sense. They give us mom's knife. The fight's really nothing. Okay. Negative, we are forced to go this path. That's fine. Tiny Planet, Harlequin. Yeah, let's go Little Steven. Why not? Could have fought it for extra rewards. Just like, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I don't have motivation. And that has nothing to do with me not fighting that, by the way. I was just kind of venting for it. I just wanted to trauma dump a little bit. I feel as though I've earned it. But, oh yeah. So, if I were to ever get pregnant, I know it's unlikely, but I'm still gonna stick with the idea it could happen. I think that around a month in, I'd start, and don't clip this out of context, I'd start like drinking a lot and smoking as much weed as I could. And you might say, what is wrong with you that's endangering the child? Maybe, but I think that you're not looking at the big picture here. What if doing that kind of like changes the kid's psyche permanently, and we get a new age philosopher that we had never thought possible before? You know, like I'm brewing a new one in my gut. It's actually in the womb. Nah, I'm pretty sure it's different when you're a guy because I don't have a womb. Oh, hey, speaking of the womb, here we are in the womb. But I was just thinking that's probably a pretty like sick idea. Because, yeah, there's a chance that they're fucked up for life and you give them, you know, some of the worst deformities that they could ever imagine and the kid doesn't deserve that. That's true. The other possibility is that they're a genius. I'm out here giving birth to Sheldon. From young Sheldon or from Big Bang Theory? I'll kind of give it a dealer's choice on that one. Just because, I mean, you know, there's a lot of people are now saying that Big Bang Theory has some of the best writing of any sitcom ever. I think that we need to like study those people, because what happened? Well, I thought we all agreed that Big Bang Theory's jokes were kind of like, I don't want to say bad, but a lot of them were towing the line of, wait, you want to play N64 with that? Holds up, you know, NES controller. It's like, okay, sorry, they wouldn't say boing, they'd say bazinga. I know. And I'm not saying that it's an atrocious show and there's no entertainment value to be had, because obviously entertainment's a little bit subjective, but any show that uses a laugh track that much, I've got to question the validity of its humor. I can do the same. I could put on a laugh track every time I talk. I don't think I'd be placeboing people into thinking I'm funny. At best, they'd leave and be like, what is going on, man? In fact, next stream, I'll put on a laugh track in the back every time. I'll start up a soundboard. And anytime I say anything that I deem even remotely that you could smile at it, I'll play the laugh track. And the fucked up part is you'd say, well, good, that doesn't happen too often. No, I would have played it right there. And I'd pause every time the same way they do in sitcoms, where they look at the camera for half a second, waiting for the laugh track to be over because they know that this is where it's gonna go. So I do think sitcom acting is a little underappreciated because they gotta be doing some crazy timing. You tell a joke, that's not the end of the joke, all right? That's like, now there's a pause so that they can look at the camera, stare into their soul, think for a second like, damn, this is really my career now. And then they go back to delivering their lines. It's such a weird thing, especially because timing's everything in comedy, you know what I mean? It's having a conversation with someone where they have to take breaks in between constantly really kills the flow of a conversation. And so it's kind of wild that sitcoms worked with a laugh track for as long as they did. I mean, imagine. It also kind of, I think, tips its hand too hard to bad writing. When you hear a laugh track after the least funny joke of all time, you got to kind of sit there and think to yourself, did the writers think that I was about to lose it at this one? Did they think that, like, him saying word wrong was about to make me, you know, in stitches, go into fucking cardiac arrest from hearing the funniest joke? No, man. At best, I'm like, that was not that funny. I'm like, calm down, live studio audience. It wasn't that good. If you think it was that good, boy, do I have a Twitch stream for you. And it's unfortunately not mine because I don't have a laugh track yet. Dude, I wish I had friends that I was close with who streamed, because then I would make a joke and say, like, it'd be perfect for X stream, because the whole joke would be that I'm like, they're not that funny, but you can think that they are. I wouldn't say that to anybody I've met through Twitch streaming because I don't have that kind of close relationship with them to the point where it would just be me, like, actually being an asshole instead of lightly ribbing my friend. Which, by the way, that's what happens if you fall asleep first sleepover and I'm around. You're gonna get lightly ribbed. Sorry, buddy. Bend over. It's ribbing time. And people go, oh my god, please, Salted Slices, invite me next sleepover, please. I desire nothing more. All right. This challenge, it's kind of, I don't want to say dragging. That's not fair, because it is a long one. But that's more what I want to say. This is a long challenge compared to the other ones. The other ones would all be done by now. This one's trying to overstay its welcome a little bit, and I don't know if I appreciate that. Now, when we go on to the next floor and it's all the devil deals, oh baby, we're in for a treat, because look how many red hearts I've acquired over the years, dude. This is my generational wealth of red hearts. And the best part is I got that generational wealth from it being passed down in the estate, so they're not even taxing me on it. Actually, I think they still do. I'm not really sure how taxes work because I don't think they're real. Does that mean I'm not going to pay them? No, I'll probably pay them against my better judgment. I think it's way funnier if you do tax evasion. Disclaimer, don't do it because they know. They're well aware. Unless, of course, you owe money or the government owes you money, in which case they don't call it tax evasion. They go, sick, we don't have to pay. If, you know, the government had to send you a couple thousand and you decide not to file, they'll be like, oh, well, hey, what can we do? You know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. They didn't want to file their taxes. Oh, well. And then if you owe them money and you don't file, they go, all right, it's a class 30 crime, buddy. You're getting locked up for the rest of your life. You're never going to see your wife and kids again. Kiss your life goodbye as you knew it. My headset has died, and it's really killing my comedic timing because now I'm forced to listen to nothing but myself, and I can't even hear the audio of the game. Which is, I mean, I'm just saying, what the fuck was that one? Whoa. He was running after me like I run after, you know, I don't want to, no, I'll say it. It's still funny. Like I run after defenseless women after 11 o'clock at night and they're all alone. It's fine, though, because they know that it's for the bit. Well, probably. I mean, they probably learn that it's for the bit once they get home. And they're like, oh, he stopped following me. He must have just been memeing when he started screaming and running after me, flailing his arms as though he had lost control of them due to the vent. Little did they know. Okay, fucker, asshole. It's also now plug in your headset then. Yeah, that's true. Being alone with my thoughts is scary. Like I understand now why there's the laugh track. Guys, I take it back. Give me back my laugh track. Even though it's just the audio of the game itself, I need it. So I shouldn't have to kill the lamb, which is, I guess, nice, but we're gonna do it anyways, just because we might get free items along the way, and the more items we get, the stronger the run is. Shocking, I know. Goat head, mark, sack dag. We definitely take goat head, sack dag, and then sulfur. Just no offense, it is not the next bachelor we need. I understand where it's coming from, and I really do wish it the best in its life. I just don't need it. Okay, okay. Ooh. It could be nice to have the brim for sure. Well, maybe it's better to have brim for the Mega Satan fight. Well, here's the thing. If brimstone was there, would I take it? The answer is undoubtedly I would. So then what makes it so different to have, especially with such a high tier rate? Wouldn't it be better to have sulfur for the Mega Satan fight? Okay, I've convinced myself now, especially with Sad Onion also, because now we're even more goated. Then we can take lovers in to get ourselves 2 extra hits later because we have so many red hearts that we're sitting on. Now, the red hearts are a little bit of a red herring and a false shepherd for us, only due to the fact that we don't have, we have rotten hearts, which take extra damage. So we don't have as many hits as you would suggest there. Now, why did you take another rotten heart if you were just complaining about the fact that rotten hearts are false for your damage? They might be false for your damage, but they do be given some flies. And I think that's kind of cool. Flies help me kill rooms quicker. So I like that for me. I think that that's a pretty sick sign to have. I should turn back on my headset and plug it in. That's true. I'm kind of starting to vibe with the silence that I'm existing within. I feel like Plato's cave experiment right now, but in the best way possible. I don't know if there's a negative way to feel like the cave experiment. I guess maybe if Plato, you know, came over to your house and locked you up by force. But generally, he doesn't do that too much anymore. At least I haven't heard of him doing it recently. Mainly due to the fact that he is, like, long since dead. Insane. Like, he's so far gone. I made sure of it personally. Every day I visit his grave. Just kidding, I don't know. He's probably buried in Greece, I think. Or Rome. He was a philosopher from one of the two. And you might say, hey, the two are very different. Not when you fall asleep in history class, they aren't. When you fall asleep in history class, they're pretty much the same thing. Also, by the way, my audio's back. Oh my god, I feel so much more secure. Wow, this is the sun after coming out of the cave. You already used a reference to Plato's The Cave allegory? Fuck. Shit. What if it wasn't an allegory, by the way? What if that's just actually how he was raised? Like his mom put him in a cave for the first couple years of his life. And I know that there's probably proof that that's not what happened. I'm going to choose to believe that there is. It's one of those things where it's funnier, you know? I think for the sake of comedy, it's completely okay to alter the truth and lie. And I also believe that to be the case, even if you're on the witness stand. That's not true. I'm just trying to get out of jury duty in the future. I'll just bring up this clip and be like, actually, I don't think I'm fit for this. Would I even care that much to get out of jury duty? I probably would. But just because I don't think I can be impartial, and not even based off of like bias towards the defendant or anything like that. I don't think I could be impartial once the other jurors start talking. You know, if the other jurors were all like, he definitely did that shit, I'd be like, okay, he did that shit. That's kind of what I was thinking. Even if I had no clue whether or not he did, the opinion of the populace would definitely sway me to just going with whatever they say, which is why I don't think I'd be a great juror. Unless the only, you know, evidence being presented was like eyewitness testimony, because I just don't trust other people more than anything else. I know it's weird when I said I'd get bandwagoned in. Yeah, it's just, look, man, if you ask me what I had for, they don't even put a boss here. Got it. Okay. Well, we go in here, start the fight, and sulfur. Now we have, well, I say now, it hasn't started yet. We have brim for the rest of the fight, which is all I really want. Gotta move up just in case. It makes our damage far more consistent. And it lets us play safe far away, which is arguably what matters even more. Hey, look, there's a little war right next to war. Aw, like father, like son. And they're killing each other. Oh, just like all of my favorite, you know, Greek tragedies. Or Roman classic tales, such as Jason and the Argonauts. Or... fuck. Achilles might have been Roman. Not sure on that one. But he might have been. I didn't pay too much attention in English class. We did have to read Jason and the Argonaut in English class out. I thought it was a cool Argonaut, and I thought it was a cool book. It reminded me of that one game, which is, by the way, a really stupid thing to get reminded of, and also a very descriptive way to remind it. But the game it reminded me of, you'd think I would say Scribblenauts because we were on Scribblenauts shit earlier. No, the game I thought of was Awesome Nauts, which if you never played, it was kind of like a how to describe it? It was like a MOBA with a cool 2D art style. Kind of, I don't know. It was the first MOBA I ever played, and well, Heroes of New Earth might have been the first MOBA I played. And that was because my one friend told me, yo, you gotta get on Heroes of New Earth. This shit is so sick. And I was like, okay. Then I played it, and it did not go well because I was but a child who couldn't understand what a MOBA was. I was like 9 playing a MOBA, dude. Are you kidding? That's so much information for a 9-year-old's brain. That's asking it to be overloaded. There's no shot I could have understood it. So what do we get for that poker chip? I mean, gambling's cool. Well, not according to Twitch.tv's terms of service, young man. Well, you know, aside from that, it's pretty cool. Okay, next challenge. And then I'll continue my Heroes of New Earth story. I know that everybody was very much begging to hear that one continue. Oh, dude. Oh, it's this one. All right, so what's the appeal to this challenge? Appeal? There's none. What do you think? This shit's a banana? Nah, but this challenge sucks ass. You get 3 Bob's brains, thunder thighs, and a reason why. And 100% reason to remember the name. Now, what does make it easier is they added a Bob transformation from the last time that I have played this challenge, which means I actually leave Creep behind. So all things considered, it's not that bad. And then we get this for some extra speed. Huge, because speed is one of the things you're very much lacking on this challenge. What else are we looking for? Not much, I guess. I don't know. Throw one of these. I mean, okay. Being completely impartial and fair to Bob's brain right now, which is something that not many people in the community are able to do. Its damage is very good, all things considered. Now, its damage to you is also very good. I'm not here to, you know, tell a fib. It is a smidge of a sword with 2 edges, if you will. A really weird expression because most swords have that, I believe. Well, I guess the classic Japanese katana does not, but because the one, I mean, it still has another edge. It's just the other edge isn't sharp, which I guess what they're saying is both sides cut, which is, I'd imagine, only a good thing in combat. You probably don't want a single-sided sword that doesn't cut the enemy, but I digress. The thing about Bob's brain is it's very good damage, but also very high potential for you to, you know, lightning strike now. If you can catch my metaphorical drift with that. Come on, just walk over there. Yeah, what a nice and kind little guy. He understood. Top 10 times a spider understood the assignment. This is Watch Mojo's top 10. I wonder if they still make lists. It's not like their lists were horrible or anything. It just felt very content mill. They'd have, these are the top 10 villains in gaming. Number 1, Bowser. And it's like, well, huh? What makes him number 1? He play the tennis and go-karting with the Mario boys. That's funny. Yeah, but I don't think that makes him like the number 1 villain. If anything, it just sounds like he's the number 1 cool dude to hang out with. That's not It's not exactly villainous of him. Number 3, Handsome Jack. Okay, well, you know what? That one I'll give you. I'll give you that one, actually. It's a pretty fucking sick villain. You know what? All things considered, maybe they were on one. Whatever website they probably stole this content from, they were probably speaking on that one. God, I do love Borderlands, man. Someday they've got to make another good game. What about the most recent one? What about Tiny Tina's? Look, I'm not as much of a hater as a lot of the community is with that game. With that said, it's palpably a half-baked idea. Very palpably. You can tell that if it had a little bit more time where they could like cook up the idea, we might have had a game on our hands. That's not the case. Ghost Buddy or Baby does give us another source of damage. I'm not that interested. I understand that's blasphemy and sacrilege to all of my, Ghost Baby heads out there. I don't know. It just doesn't feel that worth it. If it was Sack Dagger, I probably would have taken it, which is, weird because Ghost Baby's probably better in this situation due to the fact that we want to stay at somewhat of a range as to not blow ourselves up. But like, look, man, we got to live a little, okay? We got to live and let lie. Come on. Come on. Bastard. What do we have in here? A singular golden chest. Don't think I'm interested. What we got in here? Oh. Well, now that singular golden chest is looking way more appetizing. I mean, here we might as well just train him, right? And then bop. Oh. Poor guy. Didn't even get the chance to go down by one. Didn't even get the chance to break apart. Fuck, I had something, dude, I had such a funny bit. Imagine I just said the funniest thing, please. Because there was something on the tip of my tongue and now it's just gone. Now it's just gone forever, but I guess that doesn't matter. Ooh, what was that one from? It was from a Cartoon Network show, I think. It was either like Steven Universe or Adventure Time, and if I had to guess Adventure Time, just because I watched way more Adventure Time than Steven Universe. I had a very low tolerance for media when I was a kid, as in, once you started taking breaks, you know what? I don't think it's just as a kid, now that I think it through. I think that this still permeates to me currently. If you started taking big breaks from presenting content to me, the IP completely left my brain and I no longer cared. That's 100% what happened with Steven Universe. Some people say the ending was really good. Some people say it was really bad. My honest professional opinion on the Steven Universe ending is that I have no opinion due to the fact that I didn't watch it. It took too long to get to it. Oh, but you cared about Adventure Time? Adventure Time was like consistently releasing stuff. I mean, they had some long periods, which is why the last seasons are very fuzzy in my mind, because it's not exactly, I wasn't going out of my way to watch everything. The ending ruined the show. I mean, I believe it. That's really all I've got to say. I definitely believe it. I also believe that maybe, I did see this one clip. It was like, he was an adult now, or at least an older teenager, and he was talking, he was being super moody and stuff, and I was like, damn, they really went off, man. They had a good idea here. Just kidding, it does not look entertaining. But I mean, what else are you supposed to do? The voice actor grew up, all right? He wasn't a kid anymore. So they're really gonna make me train a singular fly, huh? Okay. Yeah, I fully love How to Train Your Fly. That's my favorite DreamWorks. First of all, no, it's not. Okay, we all love Shrek 2, but only because Shrek 2, they came up with this one song for it that was so good, man. I need a hero. They came up with that for Shrek 2, by the way. No, that's what I'm saying. The Steven bombs are what ruined the show for me, because I just genuinely you couldn't ask me to keep enough care between them, okay? And then also a Steven bomb would happen. Like the first couple times I was excited. I was like, ooh, baby, it's a new batch of episodes. Then the episode would be 3 out of 5 are filler that don't matter for a show that's trying to say they care about their narrative. And then the one episode, or the 2 episodes that do matter, just retread ground that we had already seen. Wait 6 months for the next one. No, man, I won't be doing that. I won't. I'm sorry. I've got better things to do, like play Call of Duty and jerk off. Okay, like, what are you talking about? My time was very valuable when I was a teenager. Unlike now, the difference, by the way, I should be able to tell you, obviously, I no longer play Call of Duty. Come on, man. That's the... I will... There's been circulation online about something that might be happening with COD, and I hate to say it, I will become the most insufferable man in the world if it happens. There's rumination that due to the fact the 10-year anniversary of Black Ops 2 is almost upon us, there's a good chance that we are getting a remaster of Black Ops 2 re-released. I hate to break it to you, if they do that, much as, you know, you will all hate it, I will be doing COD streams. I'm sorry, I have to play a billion hours of it. Tis my birthright. All right, I gotta remember what it's like to play exclusively on the map Grind for 7,000 games in a row, and you know, at some point I gotta think to myself, can't we, like, I like Grind as a map, I guess, but not this much. Everyone has their human limit, and mine is the 97th Grind game in a row. Then I'm like, the map might be a little overplayed. Sorry, guys. I know that it's a controversial opinion to have. Okay, well, whatever. Paid way too much for a singular key, or sorry, a singular card. Just kidding, it wasn't a singular card. The devil, the tower. I will take absolutely none of them. Thank you so much for your time and everything you've done for me. I will remember you in therapy when I have to tell why I have trust issues. And then they say, oh, so that was the root of it? And I go, no, I just wanted to like bring it up and kind of vent a little bit. And then they'd say, holy shit, just like Among Us. Vent, yes. The Among Us days of the internet, truly, I think it was the first widespread brain rot that happened online. Don't get me wrong, there was other brain rot pre the brain rot era. As in, you know, everybody was, dude, Harlem Shake, what does the fox say? Let's go, yes. That's true. I just think that we gotta acknowledge that it was a different kind of thing, right? Because everyone knew the Harlem Shake or what does the fox say, those classic kind of memes that ruminated throughout the early internet. But people were seeing post boxes, man, just like somewhere people were putting their letters and going, holy shit, it's just like Among Us because it's got the circle. That was something else, okay? We all turned into Disney adults with hidden Mickeys for but a certain period of time. I do also, dude, I remember looking up a hidden Mickey compilation when I was a kid, and they'd be like, can you see it? It's kind of like this. And I'd be staring at it like, how do you, hold on. And they'd be like, here, let me outline it for you. And they just outline part of it, ignoring the other parts that make the shape absolutely not look like Mickey Mouse in the slightest. And I'd be like, holy shit, there is a hidden Mickey. Dude, everything might be connected. I don't want to alarm anybody, but they might be onto something here, man. Maybe that is a hidden Mickey. I don't know. Maybe they're cooking. Of course, what were they cooking? Absolutely nothing. Addicted? Oh, sorry, I'm pretty sure that one only matters if you plan on getting hit. Yeah. Give me Pyromaniac, child. I know that you don't do that. I would like for you to, though. It would mean a lot to me if you could just drop Pyromaniac, even though it's not in your normal item pool. Such that, oh, wait, I thought he was paying something out. My fault. Sorry, I didn't mean to just sit there and stare at the child. I'm taking a little, it's fine. Taking a little sip of something. Was it? I wonder if that was mold. Anyways, that aside, if you're wondering what I mean, by the way, I got down to the bottom of my drink. I have admittedly not cleaned my shaker in a while, and it kind of almost tasted like peppery or something, which is really weird, and I don't know where it was coming from. So I'm thinking that maybe it was just like a little bit of mold or even a lot of mold, and I've got no basis for this, but it did taste a little off. Now, if, you know, my legs go unresponsive and I start fucking throwing up on stream, should have yelled this room. You should have yelled this room, you fucking idiot. You absolute imbecile and buffoon. What is wrong with you? Oh, yo, you could have yelled that too, bastard. Okay, well, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, well, there goes perfection. If you're wondering, yes, that was a reference to that one girl who was watching Dream perform and then hit him with the, it's okay, it's okay. The video makes me laugh every time, dude. It's one of those things that just exists in the back of my head. Fuck. I hate the way Bob's brains interact with each other. It feels as though you're not designed to have 3 of them. Because the other one can't shoot off until the first one shoots off. Clean your shaker cup. Why don't you get over here and do it for me, liberal? Sorry. Why don't you come on over here with your soft hands and start cleaning my cup? Put your hands in my cup and see what happens, huh? How about you do that? How about you put your hands in my Gila mix? See how that treats you. Not sponsored, by the way. I don't think they would sponsor. They're kind of one of the most popular brands for shakers. I don't think they need to have me sponsor, but if they did, in which case I would support their design. I suppose I already do by owning what. Forget me now. Sure. Once more into this fray. Into this scary, scary world we plunge ourselves ever deeper. Yes. I'm feeling it here. But shit. Okay, well, we've got an emperor. So let's just get on out of here. I hate that it's you. No offense. Sorry. Probably the worst thing to hear when you go over to your friend's house. Oh, son of a bitch, it's you. Oh, did you at least bring your hot sister? Sorry, that's a little bit of trauma. I'm just kidding. I don't have any sisters. I have 2 brothers, no sister. Then I know. Really? And you're bad at interacting with women? I'm crazy, I know. And you never learned how to like socialize with women at all? No, isn't it weird that I grew up exclusively around men and thus because of it I have no experience socializing with women at all? And you might say, well, what about at school? Obviously you'd have experience there. Well, it's kind of like a very tragic tale, and I'm happy you asked. I'm very happy I can finally trauma dump here on my channel. This whole time I've just been waiting to trauma dump. I'm very happy that, you know, after all this time, first of all, I'm still into you, but second of all, I'm allowed to trauma dump. It was one of those issues, and I'm sure some people can relate to this, where if I would ever bring up, because I remember this one friend I had, and her name was Julia, right? Not doxing her last name, but I'll say that part. I couldn't ever talk about the fact that we were friends because, you know, my parents would be like, oh, are you dating? Are you gonna go on a date with her? And thus in my brain I was like, okay, well, I can't have a friendship with women then because all they're good for is dating. Which is obviously a very, you know, horrible mindset to have, but it's the one that was instilled in me in elementary school, and thus from there I got, you know, I developed a complex about it, blah blah blah. Anyways, fast forward to now. I don't think like that, right? But I feel as though it's one of those things where there's lasting implications of it. Do I really care? No. Am I gonna work through it with a therapist? What, are you paying? Is it out of your pocket? Sure, fuck yeah, I'll work it through with a therapist on someone else's dime. I'm so down for that. All right. The only thing that I'm trying to work through is complex mathematic equations, or talking about the inner workings of structures and breaking them down with my friends. But you probably wouldn't understand that. That's just kind of like the thing me and my friends, intellectuals by the way, what we like to do. We like to look at complex world systems and break them down to their finest parts. But that's just me. I understand not everybody's cut out for this kind of world. So what we got in, not exactly good. Is it precisely bad? I mean, I wouldn't say that either, but it is kind of whatever. Yo, I experienced something, and I think that it's time. I'm gonna make a strong and bold statement about it that I truly wholeheartedly believe. If you're still having your Pearl Milling Company / Aunt Jemima, whichever one you go with, pancake syrup, I think it's time for you to grow up, okay? I understand that, no, it's got the taste of my childhood, blah, blah, blah. I understand where you're coming from, okay? I, too, liked Kool-Aid a lot when I was a kid, and then I learned that that amount of sugar was really bad for me. so I didn't, you know, have it as much. Now this one is not about the sugar necessarily. It's about the fact that, like, yeah, it's a lot of sugar, but that's not what I care about for this one. It's time that we can all agree and move up to the idea that we should just have maple syrup instead of the pancake syrup. And you might say, what's the difference? Pancake syrup's like not, I don't know what it is. It's just probably like high fructose corn syrup and sugar with the idea of maple in their mind when they did it. If I was always told as a kid that, oh, you wouldn't like maple syrup, it's got too strong of a flavor. So that's why you need the pancake syrup. We're adults. We can look each other in the eyes, level with each other. There's never a reason in your life or my life, in anybody's life, that we should be doing pancake syrup over maple syrup. It's not good. I saw somebody who I was looking up about it because I had tried maple syrup for the first time, and I was like, wait, this shit is infinitely better than pancake syrup, because I didn't like syrup that much as a kid, right? I would always just have my pancakes with just the butter on there, maybe some kind of jam and or jelly, but I was not in there looking for, what does this do? Immune to everything and +2 luck? Sure, why not? And then Tech 0.5 probably doesn't work, right? Like, I can't imagine it. Hold on. Well, this is a little bit of a research opportunity where we can all grow wiser and smarter together. Does Tech 0.5 work with blindfold? Technology and Family Man. Does it fire the laser? Would Tech 0.5 fire in blindfold challenges? It doesn't do anything such as changes your tiers. Does Tech 0.5 do anything in the blindfolded? Tested in cheat engine? No. Well, that was just a cheat engine. This is like a real thing, but I'll trust their, you know, wrong, but I'll trust their source. That's fine. I was just figuring chaos could make for a very fun shop and a challenge. Why did I even bother? That's why. Now it makes sense. What the fuck, why'd I even pick that up? I just downed my speed for no reason, and the benefit I got in return was nothing. Where's my mental map taking me? I have no idea. I don't think I know where I'm at right now. I'm feeling very lost and vulnerable and could use a strong man to guide me. Looks over to chat and winks and flirts. Sorry, I was reading off the teleprompter. They said how to get more Twitch subs. Oh, at the bottom, it said with a face cam on. Fuck. Or with the new meta of the ass cam. Fuck, dude. Maybe I should. Dude, I could probably make one of those for the rat. Do we want a rat ass cam? Stupid question. What size should I make the rat ass cam? Just fucking have that shit jiggling all stream. And be like, no, it's just in case I play Just Dance. No, you don't realize that's why it's allowed to be here, because what if I start, you know, dancing to popular songs? Could have really used a couple more hearts from those, but throw those over there. Come on, just Hail Mary me. All right, just bury me. Wait, I saw it. Don't worry, I saw the tinted rock. I will not forget about it. Fuck. There we go. What a snipe. What a save. What a save. How is this gonna work? Oh. Whoa, that's kind of cool. Oh, you're not seeing what I'm seeing? Let me inform you then. It does nothing other than give me a blue beam. And that blue, I was hoping that, like, you know, Bob's brain would have to travel within the blue beam because it's my projectile. That's not how that works. Be pretty sick though. Somebody mod it so it works that way, please. Thank you. Please. Don't you know how to code? Yeah, my time's a little bit more valuable than that. Oh, what do you spend it doing? Crying alone in my room, primarily. I mean, you know, and other important adult things such as crying in your room. Fuck, man. I'm not gonna be able to get boss rushed because I've had to take every detour that's in the game. Please, 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 please let that hit. Okay, well, almost. Fuck, dude. We're good. Fool. Doesn't change anything. Now we're gonna find the boss room, right? Oh, yeah. What a unique idea that was. Walkers. All right, we got 2 of them to hit. Throw out a third. Look out for a Bob's Brain respawn. Don't want it to catch you off guard while you're just using a little gish for damage. Throw that up there. Throw that there. Should be done. Yep. All right. Unidentified pill. I disagree. It's health up. They don't realize I know this cool trick. Take every pill you find. It's also my advice if you're ever finding yourself traveling through San Francisco. And you might say that sounds like a horrible idea. How would you know? Have you tried? You might. It's only going to be a bad idea until you take the pill that changes everything. Then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. They call me Invader Zin. You know? Holy shit, I'm out here. I'm on one right now. Once you feel like a new age philosopher of whom none can stop, really changes your MF tone. Where did he go? How did he do that? Did you see? He hopped up and never came back down. It was terrifying. I thought he was gone, man. It was like he's playing peekaboo. That shit that happens when they hide behind their heads. Where did they go? It scares me. I never know where they're gone to. They're always like, all right, get ready. Here it comes. Peekaboo. Don't do that, dude. I'm sensitive. It scares me. How am I supposed to? Okay, hold on. This shit sucks. I'm playing around Lost Fly, man. Oh, bastard. I disagree with that. I think that personally, I'm just saying, and this is just for... This sucks. This sucks. This part of the challenge is where Bob's brain really starts to fall off. I mean, what I should be doing is waiting more to make sure I have all of my brains. Then going in, luck up, great, and then Acid Baby clears the room for me based off of my insane damage statistic. It's actually not that insane. It's pretty good, all things considered, I guess, when, you know, I can't even shoot anyways. Be a lot. I think that this challenge might be easier, actually, if they let you shoot. Anybody else feel like that? Just kind of trying to come up with new ways to balance this. We've done this one. Yeah, one makes you small. Okay. That's not bad. We just take this, clear the room, done. Easy. Holy. Oof. Dude, I don't like having to focus. None of the other challenges have made me focus at all. Why do I have 3 Bob's brains? I'm happy you asked. This is the challenge of aptly named... Don't walk into the enemy. How about we both live our life? Oh, I'm taking so much damage here. Billions of damage. Oh, fuck. Come on. Okay. Yeah, this is the challenge brains, of which Bob's brain is kind of your only source of damage. Now, you might say, wow, that challenge sounds horrible. Ah, yeah, you got it. You nailed it. Yep. It kind of sucks. It's one of my least favorite challenges because I find it annoying. And also, they make you go so far with this challenge, which makes it even more annoying because if I fail here, I may contemplate ending stream. I'm not going to, but I'd consider it at the very least. Now, here is hype. Why is it hype? Because we're going to get a free item from it. Why does he shoot at the fly? What did the fly do, man? What the hell? Spider baby. Lump of coal. Unidentified pill. No, that's tears down. Come on, game. I know that. Speed down. Yo, I straight up do not enjoy when I wake up in the morning and look at who I see in the mirror. Let's go. Yeah, oh yeah, they force you to play Blue Baby for this one. That was not true, by the way. I do enjoy who I see in the mirror. As long as I hold up a picture of, you know, anybody else in front of me. It's also not true. I think I forgot to take whatever my item was back. What was my active? Was I still pooping? Me going to the doctor, you know, asking about my constipation. Was I still pooping on that shit or nah? Was I done with that one? Was my shit plugged up? We gotta get something good one of these days. I guess gotta has lost its meaning. We don't have to at all. We can keep getting nothing but ass. Yeah, wait, where did my active item go? I know I had picked up the present before, but then what was my... Don't do this. Don't do it. Come on. We don't have to do all that. We're just kind of friends enjoying each other's company. What do you think this will be? A D4? you can re-roll all you want, but it doesn't remove the lack of sight that you have from the blindfold. So it's just simply not worth it. At best, I'd get the best familiar setup in the game. That's my best case scenario. Okay, my question for you. I've read it so back to me. That's okay. Don't do that, by the way. I know that I said it out loud. You still need consent. That was not a written invitation open to all. Do you already have all of your unlocks for green mode? As in, obviously not the donation machine, but like your normal characters. Because if not, any character, I would say that you don't have your green mode completion mark on, aside from Jacob and Asao, if you have them unlocked, I would play. Why aside from Jacob and Asao? If I wished anybody to play that character, the Geneva Convention would kick in. You cannot wish that kind of cruel and unusual punishment on somebody. We outlawed it. It's not allowed. And I think that it was a great idea from us because, like, that shit is horrible. And then you have sickos out there who are like, oh, I actually like playing Jacob and Asao. Yeah, man, some people like getting pooped on in the bedroom, all right? I don't care if you like Jacob and Asao. They're not made for people. Don't keep spawning enemies like that. Well, I can't deal any damage really aside from with Lil Gish. Please don't spawn any bosses. Please just go down quietly. Just go quietly into that good night. Oh, you bastard. They tried to force me into a lose-lose situation. The thing about me is I'm destined to win. All normal characters. All right, if you don't have it done with Kane, play Kane, because Kane's the best character in the entire game, and he makes me happy when I see people play him. He has one eye, but a big heart. Amen. And I have two eyes and a big fart. Fuck yeah, dab me up, bro. See the humor there, if you didn't get it, I rhymed. Rhymes intrinsically equal comedy, as we all know. That's why rap as a genre is a comedy. I mean, I guess most songs rhyme, aside from the Billboard ones. I swear, every Billboard hit will be like, oh, let me rhyme way with way. That's not how it works. You can't do that. I'm out here trying to find my own way, wondering when they'll look my way. You can't do that. That's not how it works, okay? I understand that you're using way in kind of two different senses, but it'd be like me going, I'm out here trying to find my own way. My favorite protein is whey. Look, I get it, right? Like, I'm using a different one. It doesn't register. You can't do that. I chose random and started with Isaac and got Halo. Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty good start. Halo's a pretty good game too. It's got Master Chief. It's true. Many people are trying to deny it, but it is pretty true. Dude, let's go a nickel. Yo, if I got that back, we could have one of the weirdly most controversial bands. Like, what did Nickelback do that was so bad that everyone had to be like, fuck Nickelback, they're the worst band ever? Like, all they did was produce mid songs. That's not a crime. If it was a crime, then AJR would have to get arrested. Anyways, that was just a little personal take. I know there's a lot of AJR fans out there, and it's great because I think we should support all kinds of musicians, even if I don't like them. Well, I mean, like, I don't like their music, right? I'm not gonna see AJR in public and be like, that's it. It's beat down time, buddy. Someone's gonna have to pay for that one SpongeBob I'm Ready song. I mean, someone does, absolutely, but I'll just leave that up to, you know, if you get to the pearly whites, they'll look at you and be like, you trap remixed SpongeBob saying I'm ready, and they'll be like, yeah. Was regretting that one all through my 80s, understandably so. You can't. And then I think arguably worse than that is people will hear that and go, no, but it is actually good. We don't have to lie. You can just say you like it, okay? It's not actually good. They're popular for a day until they aren't, by which I mean until they hit the TJ Maxx sphere, where you walk anywhere in public and you have to hear them. No matter what you do, you can't avoid it. Yo, Trinity Shield's pretty good. The rest I don't really care about. I guess we can restart a room. Respawns all enemies can be used to get, I didn't read the rest, honestly. My reading comprehension is at an all-time low. I had to read Fahrenheit 451 in high school, and none of the messaging or theming with it stuck with me. It's a free thing. I don't think Little Chest was what. Oh, cool. Blow it. Awesome. Hey. Yo, while we're at it, do you want to, like, just take me out back and, like, fuck me? I was just wondering. I just noticed that perhaps you don't like me for who I am, and that's understandable. Not everybody has to like everyone in the same way. What if I refought Bloat? What if I wanted them to try? Yo, options is sick for having on the chest, because now we should be able to just always choose getting a chest. What are the odds? We're at 6 luck, so that should be a drop most times. Yeah, I do love Mom's Knife. I will say that it is, what is that? The Soul of the Lost turns the player into the Lost. So, like, what's the upside? Into the Lost for 1 room. Okay, cool. Glad I used it here. I forgot I have the Gmod death noise, dude. That shit's so funny. But I'm happy I used it there just because I was wondering if it would let me shoot normally. It did not. If it did, it would have been a waste to use it there and I could have easily trounced the boss. But if it didn't let me shoot normally and I used it on the boss, I would have given away my very life. I would have sacrificed all I've ever had for next to no reward. Ooh, open this almost always. Eden's Soul. Eden's Soul. Starts with no charges. Yeah, we should be able to charge it up in time. What's my basis for this? I wanna. I'd be really happy if it charged up. Dude, it is kind of sick having Trinity Shield. We still deal no damage and wait on Bob's brain cooldown, which is not as cool, I would say. Oh, Mom's Pearl. Oh, that came from Little Chest. Thanks, Little Chest. I had one of those, and then I started eating more Doritos. That shit. Snack tier list real quick. Doritos carried by nostalgia, I think. Every time I have them in recent years, I think to myself, these don't hit the same as they did when I was 10 playing my GameCube. I was way younger than 10 when I was playing GameCube, but still, they don't hit the same as when I was playing my GameCube. They're still pretty good, but just something about them doesn't hit right anymore. And I don't know if it's that I've, you know, matured and have a better palate. I highly doubt that, because if you hand me a Little Caesars pizza, I will demolish it, most likely. I haven't had Little Caesars before. It's just, I don't think I have taste. Everything I have, I'm like, that's pretty good. And there's a good chance my taste buds just misfire. They don't understand what good is supposed to be. Because people who complain about food a lot, right? I'll eat it. Or they'll say it's horrible fast food, right? Like, I'm a Burger King fan. I'll go to Burger King. I'll go there as... If someone's like, maybe we should get Burger King, I'm not going to shun you like others will. I'll look you in the eyes and say, brother, you're a damn genius. And then we will go to Burger King. What am I going to get from Burger King? So, well, it's tough, right? And it's because me, a Renaissance man who tries new and different things, of course I want to just try getting my, like, chicken fingers and fries. So I'm going to get those. No. It's tough because I really, he hadn't landed yet. I understand why you wanted him to hurt me there. I was simply getting too good at the video game. But there used to be this deal you could get at Burger King where it was the nuggets, the 10-piece nuggets was $1.49. The things that I would do to go back in time to I would have stocked up more. Oh, they'd go moldy, they'd go moldy. Nah, man, give me 1,000 of them and I'm stocking up for the next month. Are you kidding? They're so cheap that I feel as though, oh, hey, we gotta answer our question to Tech.5. Yep, it doesn't work. All right, cool. Well, you know what? Makes a lot of sense, but I wish that it didn't. I wish that just for this once, it would be something that was completely nonsensical. Damn. But yeah, no, I was a fucking huge fan of Burger King. I was also, this one's a little embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. I was a sauceless lad when I was a kid. I don't mean in terms of style. I probably had the sickest style in the world. That's where all my sauce went. I was sauced up in terms of, you know, wearing a long sleeve shirt with a short sleeve shirt underneath it. Fucking styling, dude. But up until I was probably 18, never when I'd go out for food would I get fast food and go, oh yeah, I would like sauce with my chicken nuggets. I'd get chicken nuggets from almost everywhere, and I was fucking raw dogging them, man. I was not, the idea of dipping them had never crossed my mind, nor did I want it to. I was thinking to myself, this is delicious. I'm eating them the way the chef intended, with no sauce. No, man, the chef is, first of all, probably the same age as me back there. Second of all, he doesn't care how I'm eating them. Third of all, he'd probably be distraught to learn that I'm having them without sauce. He'd be like, brother, you know, we give the sauce for a reason. Use it. Nah, not me. Give me those McDonald's nuggets sitting under the heat lamp, the grossest of the gross. Give me them no sauce. Now we're talking. Hey, look, exactly enough for Eden's soul. Eden's, it is soul of Eden, right? Okay, don't walk in between two giant men who are about to like shoot lasers. Oh, look at that. I was talking about two giant men and I didn't even make it sexual. That's right. We have highbrow humor around here. Hey, headless baby's not bad. How do you think my reflection works with these? Okay, it doesn't, but wouldn't it have been funny? Would this set me to... Okay. What was my upside, by the way? Like, we're very lucky that it didn't work the way that it could have. The upside for me popping that is I could have gone down to 1 soul heart for no reason. But it is a pretty sick upside, all things considered, now that I'm thinking it through. D7, sure. What room was this? Oh, it's just these guys. Well, I did get hit. That's okay. Part of life is you kind of look at challenges that come before you, and when you reface them, you tackle it in a different way. Last time, I perfected this room, which didn't give the enemies a chance to shine as they deserved. So this time, I very purposefully and intentionally decided to get hit such that the enemies would feel good as well, because the more people that feel good, the better the world is. That's so true. I am so happy we are going to be done with this hellish challenge. Sorry, I very much enjoyed my time with the challenge, obviously. But, oh, damn. We're chilling. Sorry, I'm kind of focusing a little bit because I don't want to lose this challenge. Our bombs deal fuck all damage, man. Don't do that. Oh, don't dodge. Come on. Do you think that's fair? When I get hit so often, you think it's fair that you get to dodge? Oh, not the way I wanted that to go. I don't think I've ever heard this part of the song. I'm so used to this boss dying in half a second by the time you're here. Because Isaac runs are probably the easiest of any roguelike to just crack open your knee. You know, crack over your knee and break. Get them into stud finder? I don't need one. I'm already right here. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Binding of Isaac stream. I'm happy you could show up. Now, if you felt assaulted by that, I'm sorry. It's probably well within your right to feel that way. In fact, if anything, I would run and go the other way. I'd not blame you for that. Ooh, my throat got a little dry there. So now we got Pride Day. I believe this challenge is literally just like rainbow. They give you some rainbow things and then you have to kill... Oh, it's only Mom's heart? Yeah, that's nothing. Yeah, we can do that. Weird that my shielded tears were not stopping their shots. Maybe Pride Day just give... Maybe the $3 bill visually changed this to them, but doesn't actually change their damage. We can see right now that that's not true, but I don't know. I think they should have updated this challenge to add in fruitcake too, just because it'd be funny. Oh, but I guess maybe they don't. I guess if your challenge is all about pride and like, hey, well, you know, if you can't tell, the pride is very much related to the idea of homosexuality. I know, wow, woke politics for my video games. So I understand why they'd be like, you don't want the challenge to give you fruitcake. It's a little... Are you able to even drop the trinket? I don't think you are. I think that this is your ride or die. Hold on. Yeah, no, they're like, the worm is your ride or die, buddy. You are going with it. So I understand why they wouldn't want to give you like fruitcake, but I think it would make the challenge funnier to play. I know that, well, actually, Salt and Slices, I can't believe you don't know this. The challenge was added before fruitcake. I know the challenge was added before fruitcake was an item. I'm saying you can update challenges, okay? It's possible. They have the technology. They can rebuild him stronger. Maybe you're making it harder, better, faster, stronger. Do we think there's item rooms on this challenge? There might be. I'm gonna just choose to believe there aren't. Saves you a little bit of time, and worst case, now our planetarium chance through the roof. Oh man, what a goal, what a goal. I can hear the Rocket League quick text being spammed already. I wonder how many players concurrently Rocket League has now. I mean, not that that's the, you know, the value of everything. I think a lot of gamers get very tied up on that number. Whoa, a dead game. It's only got 400,000 people playing it. Last month it had 600,000. Have you ever seen 400,000 people in a room? That's still insane. What are you talking about? The only time I'll accept that that's a dead game is when we're talking about Destiny 2, in which case I will be out there preying on their downfall. And you might say, wow, that's fucked up. I like Destiny 2. No, you don't. And here's how I can tell that you don't. If you like Destiny 2, you'd be with me preying on their downfall. Just because, like me, you've probably spent way too much time in the game and you need the game to suffer just a lot so that they finally make it the game that it should be, which is good. Did you play? You probably didn't play... Oh, the Veil. What the fuck is the Veil? Don't worry, we'll take a couple seasons to explain what it is. It's kind of like a door. Oh, okay, sick, man. Happy that we really waited this long for you to... It probably took all the King's horses and all the King's men to put that lore together again, so I completely understand why it took a while, but... You know, I'm not hitting shit. It's okay. I'm not professional. I'm allowed to miss. Hey, look at that. So this will give me speed, fire rate, or damage. Damage. That's not bad. Demon Baby. It's rough. It's rough out here. I don't think I'm going to take it. Now, there's still a chance that there are item rooms in this challenge. Like I said, I'm just going to use my limited worldview to form a piece of information as though this is 100% of the information provided to me. You know, a real statistics major moment. There's no way you can manipulate stats or anything like that. I wonder what happens if I try to pick this up. You can't. Wait, what was that? Hold on. Explosion can also open the door to home. How? Am I confused? Isn't that where you go to fight Mr. Beast? How do you explode your way in there? I mean, I guess I've exploded my way into it better too. Am I right, fellas? It's a little joke about, you know, sexual things. Probably one of the funniest jokes you can make at all times is if you're not making an innuendo, what's the point, you know? That's pretty much the Borderlands writing team's main goal. Yo, we can all agree without seeing it, right? The Borderlands movie is gonna be ass cheeks. It's gonna be painfully bad, I think. Dude, they're probably gonna make a like skibbity toilet joke in it, man. And if they do, just come back to right now and be like, fuck, man, I wish the prophet wasn't always right. I know. Or they'll be like, they want us to go after the Thresher in there? Looks like Ohio in there. If they do that, on the spot, I'm walking out and requesting a refund. Am I going to be seeing it in theaters? I feel like I gotta, because it's based off Borderlands 2. They know what would make them money. They didn't base that shit off Borderlands 3 for a reason, okay? Do you know the number? Nobody would be showing up. Borderlands 3 movie. Perhaps the worst writing in any video game I've played. At least of that size, right? And I wish Borderlands 3 had a better story, because the thing is, Borderlands 3 is a banger video game to play on mute, dude. Like, is there anyone famous who's just deaf? Because I was thinking of someone famous who's only deaf that I could have done. We know Beethoven was tone deaf. Helen Keller, but she's blind and deaf. Then Stevie Wonder, but he's blind, not deaf. So I couldn't think of anybody to say who would enjoy the game naturally. Because as long as you don't have on the audio, the gunplay and the characters in 3 to play, dude, what a banger video game. The story, it's kind of like you're playing the Star Wars movie, or the Star Wars new trilogy the entire time. They're hitting you with a, somehow the Calypso twins have returned. It's not good. It's not good at all. In fact, they knew that it wasn't good, and here's how I can tell you that. They made a whole entire DLC where the point of it was they had Handsome Jack at his casino again, because they were like, damn, no one likes our new characters. DJ, play the classic. Hit him with "It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday." You know, all of a sudden people are like, oh, I know this one. Me going to the Billy Joel concert and be like, wait, when are they gonna, that's not Piano Man. Well, another one? That's not Piano Man either. Hold on. Hey, when are they gonna get to the songs people know? Dude, I hate to break it to you. I think they've already ruined it. The casting just looks so bad. No offense to Kevin Hart. I understand that it was likely the best he could do with the role he was given. And I don't blame him at all. I think that the casting director, you take a serious character, Roland, who is criticized in game for being too serious for his own good, and you go, yo, a comic actor, he would play this shit perfectly. No, he wouldn't, man. What are you talking? You're insane. Whoa, hey, whoa, quit it, man. That was insanely fast. I mean, I guess I'm excited kicked in, so you know what? Now they make me feel like a G-dang fool. Sorry to swear. I understand a lot of people watch this with their kids. To them, I say, get out. Get out while you can. You don't have to stay here. You also don't even have to try. It's always a good time. Whoa. Let's open this too. It's a little blind bag. My toy reviews. But yeah, I just hope there's some people who have been coping about Borderlands 4 being released soon, or at least like teased soon. I mean, it would make sense when you consider they're about to release a movie, but man, I guess they've had this one cooking for a while, because Tina's has been done getting its, I'm gonna put DLC in the biggest quotes ever. It was probably the most embarrassing DLC, not even just for a Borderlands game, for a AAA game. They fucking added new stuff to the Trials of Chaos or whatever it was at the end of them. Don't get me wrong, they're fine. They're a cool little side distraction that, you know, you can play while you wait for them to add endgame that they never added. It was a tragic excuse for DLC. With that said, do I own it? Yeah, that's why I'm upset, man. One of these days I will learn my lesson. Dude, I was so fucking, I drank the Kool-Aid so hard. My ass pre-ordered the G Fuel flavor based off of Tiny Tina's. And how did it taste? It was ass. It was not good. That's even the most egregious part. They made me pay for G Fuel that tasted like shit, dude. I'm not saying all G Fuel tastes like shit. I'm saying that that one in particular definitely tasted like shit. And then also I had to question to myself, what am I doing? Why am I buying caffeine to sit and play a video game? I don't think that's the point of caffeine. Then I remembered WoW Raiders and I was like, you know what? It could be worse. I could always be one of them. One of these days my shots will go back to not being the whiz. There we go. And just like that, we win. The second it stops, you know, trying to ask me to be a quantum mechanics expert in order to shoot, we can win. Eye drops, okay. Godhead, the shit. Whoa, what a, oh, okay. This is a choice. This is a choice. Am I crazy for thinking Crown of Light might be better? Am I insane for that? I don't know. I walked into an item room and they gave me Lamborghini or Ferrari. Oh, dude. And I haven't even seen the movies of Ford versus or anything like that. Because this one's only 0.5 damage, but then we get homing tears plus the aura. But this one's x2 damage. I think I might like Crown of Light more. I don't know. Crown of Light's one of my favorite items in the game. Sorry to Godhead. I understand that. I understand that Godhead is like the item. You know what I mean? In Vanilla Isaac, well, Vanilla Rebirth, Godhead was the item. This one just makes me feel some kind of way, you know? And that's kind of the point of the Pride Day challenge. You're supposed to look at it and feel some kind of way. And okay, well, this one, yep, yeah. Nice nice Crown of Light choice, idiot. How's it helping you now? Look, did you see my shots? They were going fucking anywhere except for where I wanted. They were hooking around. They were doing the loop-de-loop and pull, man. They had the monkey's paw. The monkey. I didn't know what to do. They were scaring me at that point. Yeah, I think that with Crown of Light, there's a good argument that we've got this one in the bag. Good argument, I'd say. Dude, did I finish my Elden Ring thing earlier? I think so. Either way, Elden Ring's playthrough where I'm going to be using fist weapons only. That's on hold until I get an actual expressive model that isn't just, you know, what you see before you right now. Not that what my current model is horrible. It's just that I'm going to have a live 2D rat at some point, and it's going to actually facial track and everything. So when I go, awooga, as I oftentimes do, but right now it's lost on you. And I think that's so sad. Dude, I should actually do that. I should do a toggle for eyes pop out of head. Humana, 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 humana. What a woman. Wait, I can't say that. It's still Women's Month. Is it just called Women's Month? Because there's no way it's Women's Awareness Month, right? I know a lot of the times they do Awareness or Visibility Month for these kinds of months. I feel like it can't be awareness because, like, who's waking up and is like, holy shit, wait, women are real? Wait, we weren't kidding this whole time? Like, I gotta be aware that I could run into one of them at some point. Well, I'll have to ponder on this one for a while. Oh, don't do that. Okay. Shoot me if you must. I know in my heart of hearts that my men will never yield. They will never falter. We're getting really close to finishing most of the challenges, which I'm thankful for, because I'm not going to lie, challenges, they're fun and all. I think I get burnt out of them very quickly. And I've done 2 streams in a row of doing nothing but challenge. Well, kind of the worst health up timing in the world, because now Crown of Light does nothing. It's literally, it's just cosmetic. It just makes me look cool by putting a little crown on me, which, you know, I do appreciate. It's kind of the main appeal to shopping at a Burger King, is they get to put on that little cool cardboard crown. I think it's fucked up that for a while they were like, guys, the crowns are only for kids. First of all, King Tut is the only child I recognize as a king. Okay? Second of all, if I'm shopping at a Burger King, it is my God-given right to put on the crown. Otherwise, what am I, huh? If I'm not a Burger King, why am I there? Don't try and make me a burger peasant. First of all, I'm not even gonna get a burger, but that's just because I'm... What's the word? What's the word? How do I describe it without sounding like a bitch? Oh, picky. That's what it is. Yeah, that's how you sound cool when you say, what the fuck? Hold on, we can do this. Wait, I've got, stop, it's too many. It's simply too many enemies, man. I'm getting overwhelmed. It's okay. Good shit. And now we kill. Yeah, okay. Whew. We got HP up. Now we'll have Crown of Light active. With Crown of Light active, I feel very safe with the run. When it's not active, I feel afraid and like a small man. A little child who needs protection from those around him. And I don't even know how much of that has to do with Crown of Light and how much of it is just like a deep harbored insecurity. I'm just kidding. I'm on, I'm, you know, streaming. That means I have to, at the very least, fake any confidence that I could have. Else, people on the internet can use that to, you know, pick you apart and attack you where it hurts the most. So I've got to at least act as though I'm impenetrable to any kind of physical attacks or assault. Thus, okay, I walked into 2 of those in a row. That was crazy. Sorry, Greed was just looking some kind of way. I had to eat his shots for a bit. He had me acting. Oh man, I was like, yo, if you're greed, I don't want to see lust. Okay, we're chilling, we're chilling. Who's y'all's craziest hear me out? Puts up picture of Greed from the Binding of Isaac. I'm kidding, that's not even that crazy of a hear me out. I understand that it is possibly, well, no, I think it is because the shopkeeper is the same size as Isaac, which means it's possibly a dead 4-year-old. So you know what? All things considered, that is a very insane hear me out, but that's like an Epstein level hear me out. That's not a real one, that's like a jail. Like a real hear me out is, what's a good example? See, I wouldn't even say like the Mothman. I think if they're humanoid, you're no longer in hear me out territory. It's like, yeah, of course that's a hear me out. Like a hear me out is the rat from Ratatouille, also known as Remy. If you say that, it's like, okay, that's a hear me out. Because how would you even do that? Would he get on top and use your hair? Like, what are we working with here? What's the logistics of how this is gonna work out? But ooh. Well, none of these can help, actually. Stars? Where will it teleport me if there's no item room? Ah, to a random ass room. If I had to guess, since there's no item room, this is actually closer to the... All right, my theory has been immediately thrown out. I was gonna say that they probably teleport you what's closest to the boss room or shop. No, it was a dead end. They moved me across the world to put me back at a dead end, which is really nice of them. It's genuinely... Hear me out on Plantera. See, that's a hear me out, right? Because, first of all, you're getting poison ivy. No question. You are going to the doctor and being like, he'll be like, is that herpes? No. You don't understand. I fucked the plant. I'm trying to make my own poison ivy out here. Which also, the poison ivy... So insane hear me out from some people. They would say, dude, hear me out. What about like poison ivy from Batman? What's the hear me out? You can't just say like, look at this conventionally attractive woman, I would have sex with her. Yeah, I'd imagine. Okay, I would. It doesn't, you're not suspending my disbelief. Oh, it's only 32 cents. Well, I don't know, that's a pretty good deal. All right, I'm out of here, man. Fuck you. Yeah, what would an insane one be? I mean, some of them are too easy, right? Like, oh, hear me out. In Cars, I'd fuck Sally. Yeah, obviously she has a tramp stamp. That's what the fucking designers of her character wanted you to do. You're not insane. If you said Tow Mater, then you're going crazy, because also that's the voice of Larry the Cable Guy. Now we're talking, okay, you're going somewhere. You're going far, kid. Doc Hudson, no, he's got that sexual appeal to him in his voice. I understand where you're coming from. Tow Mater's about the only one where I'm like, what the hell? Because even Lightning McQueen, or no, you know what? Chick Hicks would be a crazy one to pull from Cars and be like, that's who I would. Because, like, have you heard the way he talks? That's nuts. That's an insane. Lord of the Pit. Shit, me at my first metal concert. They finna call me the Lord. If you're wondering why I said finna, by the way, it's because I was thinking of that one TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it. The person who was complaining about their tickets that they got for a concert, and they were like, no, because I'm finna be in the pit. That's why they were upset. So anytime I think of the pit, the only way I can describe it is with the word finna, because it exists in my brain as such. Ooh, Big Bertha from X-Men. See, I don't even know what they look like, but I feel as though probably a bit of a hear me out. That or the... Whoa. I just felt a really weird feeling in my side. It was like a... Do you think I'm dying? Holy shit. Sorry, the moment my body feels anything weird. I think it was just because I'm sitting the most hunched anybody ever has. Let me fix my posture for a second. Ah, it's too much work. I'm gonna go back to sitting in a slumped way. That's probably killing my back. It's just simply too easy to do that. Oof. You should search it up real quick. Yeah, okay. Big Bertha X-Men. Ah. Yeah, I mean, I see the upside though. You could get lost for hours in those heavenly folds. Ooh. Hey, sorry. Let me react in using human words and not as though I'm a caveman who's just discovered fire. Oonga boonga. yeah, of course. Now let's try that with, you know, an English vernacular, perhaps. Dude, I've been getting these posts that have been driving me insane. It's this side of TikTok where they make quote, I'm gonna have to put quotes around it, waters. I am a person who drinks a lot of flavored beverages. A lot. I drink a ton of Diet Pepsi, a ton of Diet sodas. I drink like probably way more than, you know, is recommended for the average human. Would I say it's healthy? No. Would I say it's healthier than drinking the full sugar versions? Absolutely. Oh, but the aspartame, it can cause cancer. Good. Take me out quicker, buddy. All right? Everything in this world causes cancer. Next, you're going to tell me to stop eating the asbestos in my cereal. I'm going to enjoy my life. No, but I am absolutely somebody who enjoys myself a flavored beverage. I am no secret to going, I don't really like water that much. Every time I'm at a restaurant, I'm not getting water. I totally get where you'd want to come from if you don't want water. This side of TikTok, they call themselves Water Talk, which is disingenuous. It's not water. I watched somebody take like 30 of those flavoring packets, put it in a singular thing of water, and they were like, ooh, it's a bit sweet, but it's really, of course it's a bit sweet. You've done nothing but combine artificial sugars and sweeteners into a cup that is not, it's not water. You have created, it might be 0 calories. I doubt it. I guarantee you some of those packets you were using are like 5 calories each, which, yeah, you might say, well, that's not that many. Well, guess what? If you was to have the same amount as water, it would be 0 calories, because that's one of the distinct things about water is it doesn't have any calories. It's one of the things that kind of makes it water. I understand that sometimes it's hard to scratch that itch that a flavored drink can fill. And thus, you know, you can't just have normal water if you really like having flavored drinks. I'm totally there with them because I do that. I love my flavored drinks. I would never have one of them and call it a water. That's an absurd thing to, what are you talking about? Water is like, it's defined already. It's H2O. That's it. That's all it is. Once you start adding all these other things, extra hydrogenating your water, it's no longer water. One of them even added like a sweet cocktail syrup at the end of it. And he was like, this is just to make it a little bit sweeter. What are you talking about? It's water. It doesn't need any sweeter. It's done. It's been made already. I'm not someone to be like, oh, it's already perfectly crafted. No, I'm someone to be like, at that, I don't take issue with the egregious concoctions they're creating. Even though some do. Some people in the comments are like, I can't believe you'd actually drink this. Look, take it up with their kidneys that are already shriveling up and dying, okay? It's not, that's not the part that matters to me. The part that matters is that you can just lie and be like, this is the water I'm drinking. No, it's not. It's not. I refuse to accept it. I understand why you would want to call it water. It probably makes you feel better about the copious amounts of flavoring you're putting into your drink. Let's just be honest with each other. Let's call a spade a spade. You're not drinking water. If your kidney is dying and crying out in pain from you drinking that, it's not water. No. Granted, I don't know what their kidneys are doing. I haven't had a one-on-one interview. Maybe that'll be my next. Ooh, now we got Onan Streak, huh? Onan Streak, a rough one. I do not love Onan Streak. I think it's a bit of a rough challenge to do. Its whole thing, if you don't know, is whenever you miss, you take damage. That's bad when you miss a lot. And unfortunately, I do miss a lot. One of the very, many benefits to being me. One of the many benefits of old age. Sorry, nobody knows what I'm referencing there. That is a reference to Unicorn Overlord. If you know the game, first of all, congrats, you played Peak. It's a very good game, and I'm very much enjoying my time I've spent with it. I shouldn't have spam shot, but whatever. Now, Deadeye with this challenge would see you guys in hell. Anyways, Deadeye with this challenge would be so good. I don't know if there are item rooms. I can't risk missing a shot, so only hit the button when you see the whites of their eyes. When you're ready to kill. Just walk up and shotgun. Nobody can miss a shotgun from point blank. Certain items do make this run unplayable. For example, lead pencil would kill us. We'd miss so many shots in a row. That was a risky shot. Shouldn't have taken it. But the thing is, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I'm going to do this for a key, just so we have one kind of sitting in our back pocket in case we need it for a rainy day, you know? All right, the rainy day has arrived. What we got in here? A singular spider, not anymore. Another soul heart. Okay. We're starting to get somewhere. Now, I wonder... So, some other items that I think are sneaky bad. One of them is Godhead. And the reason I say Godhead is actually sneaky bad is the aura can kill before your tier hits. Therefore, the tier itself misses. What I don't know about are items like... what's it called? Items like Brimstone. How would you treat that? Because Brimstone, like, I'm technically never missing, but I'm also technically never hitting anything. Because all I'm doing is, like, pissing out a beam, which is also what I do in public very often. What happens if I do this and leave? Aha, I'm a genius. 7 cents is, granted, more than I've ever given any of the, you know, beggars who walk up to me and say, please, please spare a little bit of change. It's not much, though. Yo, how's it going? How's it going? I almost said your name, and I know what you're thinking. What's wrong with saying names? I try to make a habit of not saying names, because then what if people accidentally parasocial them? What do you think this will stop damage from hitting me? That's fine. That's fine. I think I should hold R. I'm sorry. I can't play with Isaac's heart. I was only playing with it to cheese the run. I'm sorry. It's my least favorite item in the entire game. Fuck. Please, let me out. Oh, wait. I only have 1 heart. It wouldn't have worked anyways. Okay. Dialing in and learning how to play Binding of Isaac. This is my first time ever playing this game. So I don't get it. Why is he naked? So what's the lore? Is he like the one who's binding, or is he the one who's like the Isaac? Ooh, 120 volt is arguably big. And the reason it's arguably big is now I don't have to shoot. I can just kind of like, yeah, you see that? So technically, I can't lose the run because I just let 120 volt win it for me. Yeah, it's a little scary sometimes, I won't lie. It's also, I never want to shoot on the off chance that 120 volt kills before I can. See, like there? Oh, that one was risky. I'd say as though there was any risk involved. Sorry. Oh boy, what if I accidentally took a half of a heart of damage in my video game? Well, yike. Fucker. Alright, I let 120 volt do its job. Hold on. Got him. Yeah, he could have dodged that shit and killed me. We had an understanding mutually that he would not do that. I don't know what makes 120 volt go off. I just know that when it goes off, oh, it's so easy. And then watch this. 3 soul hearts, the rarely seen. Okay, I'll take it. I said 3 just to make the game want to undercut me and only give me 2. Little did it know 2 is its maximum payout. It was a little scary to take a shot. I think 120 volt's good and scary. Because what's really good about it is it's free damage. What's really scary about it is that it's free damage. Growth hormones is huge, though. Damn, I think that we win this run already. I know that that's a bold claim to make. If I don't have bold claims, I don't really have anything. Like, faux bravado is kind of all I bank on this channel. I just really hope no one will ever question or call me out when I say anything, because then, like, my shallow and ever waning worldview shall get called into question. I think that I should stop holding shots so much. It's just asking for me to accidentally, you know, take a half heart of damage. Okay. Look, was it my own fault? Yeah, it was. All right. You know what? Now that I've said it out loud, I don't feel as bad. Might as well check the shop. What are we looking for from the shop? I don't know. Shoot here. 120 volt, please. Okay. I don't know if I actually like it now that I've used it more. I'm too afraid to shoot in fear of 120 volt, you know. No way I walked through the fucking crack, man. It's fucked up. Also, no coins there. Okay, fine. Shoot one at a time. They can't hurt you. You are safe. You are loved and you are valued. That goes for everybody out there who heard that. That's right. Oh, you value me? I never said it was by me. I'm just sure that there's somebody. Okay? No, I'm kidding. I value you probably. Unless, you know, I see a news story tomorrow that's like, we finally found who crashed the Freightliner into that bridge. It was the people in chat. No! How do you get more items in shop? It is, hold on. Tears up, perks. I do love getting zooted off the perk. If you donate to the normal donation machine, your shop itself upgrades. So you get more items to appear in shop. Now it's still a chance. You can still get like the old bad shops that have nothing, but it's the only way you can get the better shops, which have what you're most likely looking for. I mean, I guess you could also not want items, which is fair. Sometimes, you know, the burden of choice is a heavy one to weigh upon one's shoulders. Heavy is the head, that the crown. Heavy is the crown on the head of the king. I don't remember what the saying actually is, by the way. It's something like that. Oh, he dodged. Get him an NBA fucking scholarship. He broke my damn ankles, man. Oh, sign him to a team, whichever one's doing bad right now. I don't really keep up with the NBA, but I don't know. It seems like most people are oft times complaining that their team's the worst one in the league, which is insane to me because how can everybody have the worst team in the league? Some fans have to start, you know, stepping up and being like, all right, my team's actually pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't believe that you all have the worst team. Because then what's the point in watching if everybody knows every team's horrible? But I guess, what's the point in watching anything? If we want to get existential with it, especially the Big Bang Theory. Sorry. I've been seeing people praising it recently, and I have to take it down a peg by any means that I possibly can. Just because I don't get it, man. It's not good. Unless you like it, in which case I can see the benefit or the appeal to it. I definitely see, you know, why some people might like the Big Bang Theory. I mean, maybe it's just not my cup of tea. Or, that was a little scary. Or anybody's cup of tea, for that matter. My fault. I mean, the weird one to me is everyone's been praising young Sheldon recently. Why? Like, I thought when it was announced, didn't we all agree that it was going to be bad? Well, I saw millions of posts of people. I mean, maybe they've really turned it around and turned it into the tear-jerking story of a young lad named Sheldon who says Bozoinka. And, you know, it's so heartwarming. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't watch it. I had already decided, well, I don't like Big Bang Theory. Why would I like this one? I guess it was a very popular show, though. That doesn't necessarily mean good. I mean, look at Friends. Sorry. That's my personal bias. I don't like Friends. Well, yeah, because you don't have any. It's fair enough. You know what? It's a little bit of a zinger, a little bit of a roast, I'll admit, but it's fair. Shit. Why'd I walk right into it? It just looks so appetizing and red. Me when I see that prolapse. Sometimes I should keep things as like brain thoughts, you know? I think that I need to teach myself it's okay to have something that just stays in my head. It's not, you don't always have to say every single little thought that comes to your mind. I mean, I do think that I'll run for president, and here's what my slogan is. Here's what my main thing's gonna be. I think we should bring back secrets. Use that before I got into the boss room. Oopsie. And you might say, what do you mean we should bring back secrets? I'm getting tired of seeing people posting on like reddit.com/am I the asshole or confessions or something like that and being like, when I was a kid, my cousin sat on my lap and I got a boner, and I've never stopped thinking about it ever since. Hey man, let's keep secrets every now and then. I understand that this is like for a confessions page, and you know, you've made an alt account for it and you really want to get this off your chest. I'm happy that you were able to. Let's just go back to having like little things that we don't have to tell everybody. Incubus was a horrible pickup, you stupid dumb idiot. What is wrong with you? Now if you miss one shot with Incubus, it's gonna count as you missing a shot, you fucking dumbass. Watch. I don't know which one hit. It was weird. I didn't take damage there. Okay, yeah, we're fucked. We're so fucked. I've killed the entire run by picking up Incubus, which is a very rarely a thing that you say. The run is dead because I have Incubus. Please, just like... It's so ass. I didn't even consider it. I just saw Incubus and got happy. I didn't even think for a second how it could be the... Just like take me out back, man. Old Yeller my ass. Just tell me to look at the pretty fucking sunset and pull the trigger, dude. I don't... Oh, man. I deserve what's happened here. I saw a Q4 item and felt happy. That's why I deserve to lose this run. The joy I felt in my heart. I just have to let 120 volt take care of it. Because if I shoot at all, the run is over. If I, you know, even think about shooting, the run's 30 times over. Also, by the way, you might think that one story that I was talking about, the one that made me think we should bring back secrets, you might think that was fake. It most likely was fake. I don't care. That was not a good creative writing course for him. Don't do that. Don't be like, oh, I've got a great idea. I should write like what would happen if I was so attracted to my cousin. No, it's not a good creative writing. All right, guess I'll just miss a shot then and, you know, take damage for it. Why'd I even bother shooting? I know that all I can do is 120 volt, eat a hot chip, and lie, and here I am trying to change my lot in life. Trying to improve it for the better so that my, you know, kids have a better life than I do. Fucking dumbass. Dude, how do you expect... I'm but a wee lad, man. A wee lad. Are you serious? I'm gonna commit a love crime. Why? Because I would never commit the other kind. But nah, like this just doesn't that just feel like an insult? Doesn't it just feel like they're making fun of my intelligence? Calling me names, you know, swatting me around, beating me off, and such as, why did I hold R? Look, I understand that like that's unbecoming of a streamer of my stature. It makes it seem as though I can't deal with the punches as they are thrown to me. I can't roll with them. I didn't even notice those punches you had to roll with. You got to keep me focused. Why don't you say so? I understand that that's probably what's on your mind right now. I simply couldn't be asked to play a run of Curse of the Tower on Onan Streak. In life, you have to put down your foot every now and then, whether you want to or not. And right there, if I didn't put down my foot, they were gonna step on me. I know some people would go, dude, that's such a big opportunity for you. Look, you gotta get off Twitter, okay? It's doing irreparable damage to your brain right now. Fucking, never mind. All right, I guess I have drain damage or whatever. That was a really good bomb by me, I think. Weird. Oh, it's fine. It doesn't even hurt that bad. It's like just a dull sensation in the back of my head. It's not even a real pain. It's not even real pain, Naruto. Oh my god, he knows. Nah, actually, I haven't watched Naruto. I don't know. I probably should have. Especially because I'm someone who's so easily entertained by things like flashing big jutsu in front of me, you know? But something about Naruto just didn't grab me, which is crazy because I watched all of Dragon Ball. I watched all of, well, I can't say all of One Piece. I've only watched like 1,030 episodes. So I'm not completely caught up. I understand that at this point, I'm eons in the past. I haven't even seen Gear 5 yet, which is crazy that I'd stop right before Gear 5. I know, but look, Onagashima's so boring, man. That shit is so ass. That might not be my most popular take, but someone has to say it. And if I have to speak the truth and get hated for it, at least the anime adaptation, maybe it's completely fine in the manga, but dude, the way they adapt Onagashima is so ass. I can't stand it. It's so much nothing. And for what? So much of it is like Luffy run down a hallway, turn to his right. Oh, there's enemies there. Huh? Why did I fall over dead? What happened? Why did I tripped on a rock, I think. Well, that's not great. PhD, sure, why not? Give me a power pill. Yeah, that lets us go in here for free. Sure. Well, personally, I would like to, you know, I'll call my lawyer about that one. I was invincible and it damaged me. I was hit Amazon show, adapted obviously from a comic book. We all know this, but still, I was the hit show and they somehow found a way to hurt me. I just think that that's not right. I'm so bad at this challenge. It's so not made for someone of my brain power. I like shooting too much. Don't take that out of context. See that? Like, that should have hit. Why? Because then I wouldn't have gotten hurt. Oh my god. I think that maybe I have to end stream. I think that... No, I've only been going 2 hours. Push onward. Surpass your limits. Recognize what it means to shoot and not miss. I can see forever. We've also got an amazing item just sitting there waiting for us, begging us, saying salted slices, don't give up. I've seen what happens. I know the truth. You shall. I gotta stop sitting the way I'm sitting. I'm turning my neck in a horrible way. And I think it's about to call it, well, this could be, yeah, that's what I was thinking. If this is a small rock, it's probably more worth it to yoink that. Then we've also got super secret room here. Okay, okay. This one's got a damn start to it. Just keep not missing. As though it's the point of the challenge. Blacktooth, 3% chance to shoot a poison tier. It's not exactly good odds. I'll give it that. It's something. Okay, okay. We get a bomb, we take it. I'm a man of my word. And then also, if we can get a song to make you fall in love, I would already have you dead. Well, I kind of forget the lyrics from there. You can actually walk diagonal and get this for free. No, you could walk diagonal, not me. I'm not risking it all. Not when I have so much left. So much work to be done. Oh, that would have been such a huge one to have him do, man. Dude, come on. Okay, okay. I'm really dialed in. I'm sorry. I know that I'm not talking about, like, what would it be like if you... Jello. Jello? Sure. I don't know what it does. No. I should have just taken 10 bombs. Now that I think about it, like, how would I have used this one? I mean, maybe there's a way. I don't appreciate what... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're chilling. We are absolutely fine with that. Whatever. We got Big Fan for free. So that was kind of like our item room item. I was waiting to see if he was going to hop or not, because if he was going to hop, I didn't want to miss. He is a bastard. He knew. He heard my tech being... Hold on. So, I'm kind of thinking, which is a very rare thing for me to do. I understand that if you want to mark your calendars and come back to this moment, I get why. It's probably not worth taking. But I think, oh fuck, it's 10. Look, I know that's not that late for me normally, but I did say I'm kind of in crunch time at work. Ugh, I don't know. Whatever. Look, I'm not gonna make anybody worry about real life shit, okay? That's for me to worry about. I'm a responsible adult according to the taxes I have to pay. So I can come up with my solution here as to what I should do. I mean, the answer is very likely, honestly, just like hop off and go to bed very soon. But we might as well finish out this run. I see no reason not to. Oh, man, that was kind of risky for no reason. Okay, I think that it was stupid to use it in there. We did get compass for free, which I think is very good. I think it might be... Is this the most underrated item in the Binding of Isaac? And then that can be the thumbnail, and I would put the compass there, but like have it blurred out so you couldn't tell what it is, and put a question mark over it, and then people would be like, dude, what's the most underrated item? All right, my brain's still working, good. I almost stepped across that to get the HP upgrade thinking it would heal me, and then I remembered something that would kill me. So I decided against it, actually. We'll do Swallowed Penny. Just because our current one's doing nothing anyways. Ooh, the temptation I had to walk into the curse room. Oh, it's inhumane. Oh, I want that shit so bad. Because what if I got like 7 spirit hearts? All of a sudden we're leaving there, you know, making out like the sticky bandits from hit movie Home Alone. Starring Joe Pesci. And then the other one. Sorry to the other one. I don't remember his name. Joe Pesci is the only one I remember. I mean, obviously there's, you know, Kevin McAllister being played by... hold on, I'll remember. Well, I don't think I will. Okay, so Eye of the Occult would be a horrible pickup. Good call me. I remembered. I'm using the available information to form a judgment. Now I can step across the thing in the item room, lose the red heart stored within my bone heart, pick up HP, it fully heals me, and then I can walk out. And then also grab a coin, because I deserve it. Every now and then, you can get a little treat. Sometimes my little treat is an entire half-gallon of ice cream to myself. And you might say that no longer qualifies as a little treat. I disagree, and I'm the one who's dishing it out. So this one's just not worth it at all. I can't see a use case for us taking it. I guess there's the chance it gives us missing poster and I could turn into the loss. Now, how would that be an upside? Yeah, I mean, you got me. I don't know. No, don't shoot this. Hold on. Do this. Well, you bastard. Just because if it was something that was like, feels like I'm walking on sunshine where you can't shoot, it would force you to shoot, which would thus cause me to take damage, which we don't want. Ideally. I very rarely would like to take damage. Please, okay. Oh, dude, I hate having to focus. I miss when video games were fun and not stressful and also not woke. That last one is not true, by the way. What do you mean? You don't... No, I more just mean, like, I don't think that means anything. People will just play a game they don't like and say it's... No. And say it's woke. That's not how it works. That doesn't make it... This game's woke. What makes it woke? I didn't like the story. That's not how that works. You can't just say stuff and think it means... It's not a catch-all word. We don't have that in English. I don't think, at least. We don't have words... Every other language kind of has a, you know, a catch-all. This word means everything. In Australian, and you might say that's still English. No, in Australian, it's a very certain C word that... I mean, like, I should be able to say. I was just kind of instilled from a young age that was the only bad word you can't say. So it kind of has a little bit of a lasting impact in my mind where I know, oh shit, that's the bad word. Even though I have heard it so much in my life that at this point I'm pretty desensitized to it. Something in my mind still tells me that I can't say it. I'm not allowed to. Everybody else, yeah, it's completely fine. And obviously, you know, it's just a word. It doesn't really... It's literally just, you know, describing. It's weird how that works, right? Because cock and dick and like those are completely fine. You can be a dickhead, that's fine. But if you, the C word that can be, I mean, I guess it's kind of lost its meaning of referring to the body part of which it's supposed to refer to. Well, I guess not supposed to, of which it could also refer to. I feel like nobody uses it like that anymore. It's just kind of a, well, for some people, it's almost the same as it's your close friend. It's your cheeky bastard, if you will, you know? Which, I don't know. It's just weird how different it's viewed in different parts of the world. I'm not here to be like, they should change that. I don't really care. I'm just saying for me, it's the reason I don't see it as a word I say, just because I was instilled from a young age that that's the only one that's big no-no, big red flag. If you say that one, you know, the teacher gets to kill you. The teacher's legally allowed to capital punish. The death penalty is reinstated only for you. I mean, I guess it's already instated in some places. Let's not get into that whole thing. Hey, if I lose here, tell my wife and kids I love them. And also that they don't really exist, so I don't know who you're talking to. But, you know, if they did, that'd be pretty cool. How many? This is not a question that I think anybody would have the answer to. But how many, like, people who live in the US do you think have families across the world that they don't even know or care about because they were just stationed for war somewhere else? And while they're there, they're like, well, you know, when in Rome, I might as well just commit a couple of war crimes and atrocities that, you know, shouldn't have been allowed. But what are you gonna do? No one's there to report it. And there's no laws against the Pokemon Batman. Was kind of their whole philosophy with it. As from what I could tell, I mean, I wasn't there, or really anywhere, I suppose. I pretty much just stick to my room. It's pretty easy to be here, all things considered. Nobody ever makes fun of me, except for people in Twitch chat who call me mean names. Like one guy who one time said, yo, would it be cool if I promoted my work here? No. Why would it be? What the fuck are you doing for me? If someone was like, yo, I do art for cheap, by the way, in my chat, then, okay. I think that I am going to end stream. I'm not, like, tilted or anything. I'm just kind of tired. Tired of all this bullshit. No, tired and have a long day at work tomorrow, which is why my streams have been so sporadic, by the way. I'm sorry about it. I'm gonna get out of crunch time someday soon, I promise, and then I'll get back to being way more consistent again. I was consistent for a while. I promise that I will be able to get back there. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out. Let me check on Twitch if there's anybody for me to raid. No, there isn't. Cool. All right. See you guys. Thank you so much for coming out, though. Now, YouTube, right now, you are the only ones who can hear me. The Twitch stream is able to end, but the YouTube stream can keep going. Cool. All right. Hold on. Let me make sure you can still hear me. Thank you so much for coming out, though. Okay, so you can. You can still hear me. Right now, you are... Okay. What I want you to do, your task, should you choose to accept it, is to have a really nice night. And I want you to really enjoy every moment that you spend with yourself and just kind of like look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are enough. Why didn't I tell this to Twitch? They had it too good for too long. Those fuckers did.